it's the size of an egg.
Okay.
I mean, I fed his fish when he had fish.
Yeah.
Kind of the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was to say sprinkling some fish food on top of a bowl is.
Wait. I don't even need to go to the text to read it, but let's go with the. Oh yeah. By the way, you might need to feed him some mealworms. I need you to crush the heads first, because they'll bite his throat on the way down.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, that's normal. That's a normal request that one human
Yep.
being makes to another
Yep.
human being.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna rely
The,
heavily on Nicole for this because I don't do bugs and I don't do amphibians.
The mealworms are almost all gone, so I'm trying to feed them out first, so you don't have to deal with them. Because I'm considerate like that.
I mean, how fat has he gotten? Maybe he doesn't need to eat for a day or two.
No, they're juveniles. They have to eat like very frequently.
Wait.
Otherwise-
Is there more than one frog?
No, there's
No,
only
it's
one.
one.
Oh,
Only one frog. Just Eduardo.
Just Eduardo, but like he's a juvenile frog, so juvenile frogs they have to basically they're voracious eaters and they have to basically be fed constantly.
Nicole and the kids had to go through the yard and catch him pill bugs so that they keep the enclosure clean.
Yeah, there's still only two survivors. The container. Well, the container that I had them in, the pill bugs basically all died out. Unfortunately, there's a couple babies that have survived. I don't know if it's from an age thing or whatever, but I'm waiting for them to, grow up and supplant the corpses and the fungal growth and everything else that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
it's the first time that I'm hearing of roly-polies being called pillbugs.
Yep.
They have like a million
isopods.
They got a potato bugs. I've heard them called that. Like they've got a million names.
Huh.
Yeah.
They also sell different strains with different breeds with different color banding, and the really harder ones to get sell for like $100 to $200 each.
Or you just come to my yard and overturn some rocks and grab some.
But all right,
Yeah, we're
So-
recording, so.
let's go. First part is about pillbugs.
Hey,
Just edit that shit out. You're fine.
I'm not editing jack shit. This comes up raw.
This goes up raw. It's only for us. All right. First question is, who among you would be
I can do it.
gracious enough to do the recap?
I can do it. I volunteer.
All
to
right.
contribute. Unless
Let's
someone
volunteer
else is
distribute.
just hankering to do it, in which case that's fine. So we started off with some in the Druid Enclave, and we discovered that they're all giant jackasses because there is 15 to 17 of them that are all level 20. And they are choosing to do almost, some would say nothing, right? They would define it as very little. I would define it as nothing. We had the opportunity for a supply run / side quest, and I realized I really missed the boat on not naming the session Supplied Quest, because that just would have been a beauty, and I dropped the ball on that one, and that's on me.
Bronze man all over again.
So we did get a lot of information on Jode's interactions with. We also find out there's a Draco Lich, right? That was some new and interesting information that we didn't really want to get, but we got. We found out that Jode went, and correct me if I'm wrong here, twice to the Draco Lich. One was to slow down the encroaching, whatever you call it, the bad stuff. And then the second time he was turned to stone. That may or may not be accurate. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's accurate enough.
Okay, great. Nailed
He's
it.
trapped or something like that,
He's
right?
trapped. Yeah, I don't know if he's actually stoned. He's trapped. I heard stone, I think. So they have these orbs that will allow us to travel there and not get attacked by the frog people, the Grung. They last for 24 hours. There's a very complicated system. We asked a lot of questions about it, even though in reality it was not that complicated, but we asked a lot of questions. So we currently have 2 of those orbs, and we headed out to find some druids who had gone out to find a mechanism to make supplies that Wendy, the druid artificer, could figure out how to make the orbs last longer, / find gun parts. So we went on a little bit of a Solid Snake mission through the woods. We were very clever. Everyone did great. We made it to where it was. Right, we went down into this laboratory. I don't know really what it was. Right, it was a shop or something. What would you say, Josh? What was it? It's like a workshop.
I'd say probably, yeah, like a workshop.
Workshop, right? So we get to the center of this village that's abandoned. It's like this workshop. We go down there. We find a bag. Fucking God, we spend the next hour trying not to metagame, and we all metagamed so hard about the existence of this bag. Finally, we look in the bag, and there's a hole in it, right? So we still know nothing. So there were a bunch of scratches and bloody things leading from the bag. We said to the bag, but I have to imagine it was...
That was the room. It was all to the center of the
He
room.
kept mentioning it was to the bag. I'm assuming it was
that's true.
from the bag, right? Like it escaped from the bag because the doors had been burst outwards towards the exit. So I'm assuming that the blood and scratches and shit came from the bag. We did find the stuff we were looking for. I have a cool new part to my rifle for all those fan artists out there. We did find the material, I believe, to make the orbs last longer. We headed towards the Draco Lich, where we fought 2 dragons. What were they? Worms?
Hydra things?
Snake things?
Yeah,
Heads.
snakes.
Fought 2 heads.
Loch Ness monsters.
Fought 2
They were in the water.
Nellies. We absolutely crushed both of them. NBD. And I believe that's where the session ended because we were going to take a nap in the nostril and level up.
In the tower, we got
The tower on the forehead, which
Yeah,
was
we made a tower, yeah.
decided to be very disrespectful to the Draco Lich, but I don't really.
Yes. All right, we are taking a nap and leveling up.
Yes.
I don't think I missed it.
All right. Yeah. No, that sums it up very well. Thank you, sir.
We're level 7 now?
I rolled a
We
2
are.
for my.
Oh
my
yeah.
HP. At some point, I'm going to stop. No, that's not true. I'm going to
Yeah,
keep
you
rolling
should.
great.
You should stop.
Cross obviously now.
I
True.
did a quick update with Josh's permission, so I'm no longer a warlock. I decided to change that level to be blood hunter instead, because I feel like it vibes more with what I'm doing. So I'm a level 5 gunslinger, level 2 blood hunter. So it's a gunter now is my portmanteau for
hunter.
it. So that's a
What which blood hunter thing did you pick, or did you
only
not?
2, so however,
it's
I will be the one that lets you make fucking potions because you get one that lets you go crit fishing because it gives you the ability to crit on a 19 or 20 always. So
Nice.
I will be crit fishing, but I don't currently have that.
But you could.
Well, I will next level.
Oh my God.
Blood Hunter 3.
All right. Well then, what I'm going to do then is, as everyone completes their long rest, we'll say it's very uneventful, if maybe, and we'll say probably not the most restless rest because you are resting in a tower on top of a fucking Draco Lich skull. You all are able to do your level up, and I'm going to go down the list. We'll start with you, Ye. What do you do during your long rest that results in you leveling up?
So, through all these traveling experiences, the common thread that has been running through Novice's progress is one, he's trying to use math to operate his magic and even Rodok. Damn it.
Yay went all out. Completely changed characters.
So, Rodok. So, using advanced equations, he's determined that not only can he construct towers, but he can also now make the surrounding areas impermeable. Well, not impermeable, difficult to navigate for his opponents, thereby discovering the spell Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum, and I'm just gonna link that here. It's actually super cool.
I'm not reading that.
Okay, well, fine. And the other thing is he's used pulse wave a couple times, and it was realized that it would be really sweet if he could do that, but at a distance. So having discovered the same underlying theorems, he's reconstructed the spell into gravity sinkhole, which basically lets me create a black hole in the distance. Because he does homework at nighttime, and that's how he figures it out.
He's a nerd.
Nerd Goblin. Oh no. All right. And Chris O'Connell.
Yes, that's me. Um, so this is a very troubling sleep for Fs and a important level because this is level 6 druid for him. Sitting on top of a Draco Lich is bad shit. And I mean, the natural world here is a mess. And he has to turn. He realizes this is just, there's not enough. He doesn't have enough juice to get this done. And unfortunately, has to call upon Shanti again because he's got flashbacks of his past and whatnot. And his bond with his wildfire spirit is enhanced. So now when he's out to play, his fire damage is increased and his healing is also increased.
Fun.
I like when he's out to play.
Yep. He's like a
Alright.
mullet. He's business up front and party in the back.
Is it the Draco Lich specifically, or just that it's unnatural? Like, do you have?
Lich.
Okay, so all right, but we don't know that.
No,
Do we see that you're very uneasy?
yeah, like when he said the word Draco Lich, it's when I perked up. Like when we were talking to the other druids, and I perked up and I was ready to go.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll have to dig into that one.
All right. Bring us to Chris Barmundi.
So thinking about how our good buddy Odoron is no longer with us. The party, I'm sure he's still in the world somewhere in the realm, but no longer with the party.
Or
And
helium,
knowing that,
helium.
yeah, knowing that the lion's share of the tanking is going to fall on the big Catman now. He just tries to learn a few moves,
Pun
and
intended.
he learns warding maneuver, which allows me to increase someone's AC as a reaction some number of times. So maybe that'll be useful. We'll see.
Wow, that is actually super good.
All right, let's see if you can use it on yourself. I, for one, appreciate that skill. So I hope never to be within 5 feet of you, literally ever. So.
That's the real thing. Is it's really only going to apply to me, but ostensibly it could help anyone.
I can't believe you can use it on yourself. That's fucking dope as shit. Damn.
Hopefully you're a
Alright.
Hycon.
It's basically a shield, right? A shield plus resistance, shield plus rage.
All right. Then
Is it me?
I
Is it me?
yeah, that'll bring us to Will.
Oh, it's me.
Mhm.
So I don't go to sleep because I am untrusting by nature, and sleeping on top of a Draco Lich head seems.
You're in a
like,
incredibly comfortable
yeah.
set of logic.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is your exhaustion at, buddy?
No, I slept before we left. We did one sleep on the way, so my exhaustion is currently.
We did.
It'll be 1 because I did sleep on the way. So it's at because I was at 3. I won't go to 4, but I will.
Wait, if you long rest, do you get? Does you lose all exhaustion? I thought for each
You
long
lose
rest you
one.
lost one.
Yeah, but we did a couple days there, a couple days back. I assume we rested a bunch of times, or no? right? It was 2
I
days.
definitely we were fully charged going into this. We definitely did
I mean,
long rest.
I'll take
That's fair.
I'll take 3.
That's fair.
honestly.
I'm fine. I'm fine with y'all of taking a couple days rest at the
No, I mean,
the Druid
like I
Enclave.
said, I can do 2 or 3. That's fine.
No, that's fair.
And then so while everyone's resting or studying or whatever they're doing, I'm tinkering with my guns because Rodok had magically imbued my bullets with fire, and it got me thinking. Right now, normally a person's blood is not flammable. However, we all know that barley's blood is mostly alcohol and distinctly flammable. So after a little bit of testing, I managed to modify my guns to actually feed a little bit of my own blood into the chamber as it fires, igniting the bullets, which would be crimson, right? So I can now imbue my guns to do extra fire damage on every attack. So I'll say
Just
that
likes
is
this.
an engineering feat that I did. So I'm actually, and I take damage every time, so I'm actually feeding my own blood into it.
Dope. You guys are sitting there, in the middle of the night, and just randomly you hear. He's testing this shit out.
Obviously, first of all, they're used to that shit, so I don't think anyone's surprised.
Just another thing to make the sleep uneasy, Dracolich and gunshots. What could go wrong?
Technically,
I'm sleeping quite well, thank you.
I got a blood maledict, except that you can't actually use most of them unless you're level 3. So you unlock it at level 2, but they're all useless until level 3 for me. So
He also learned that bottle silencer trick earlier.
yeah, that's
remember?
true. I'm wasting bottles left and right. I'm testing to see how far people can hear me. I also, with that, got a second fighting style. So I took archery, so I have +2 to hit.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm
Nice.
+10 normally, +5.
This man-
Sharpshooter.
This man is doing everything he can to offset that.
Sharpshooter, yeah, I'm up to +5 without it, or +5 with sharpshooter.
Nice.
I like it.
All right. So, with that, you guys finish your long rest, and you can begin descending the tower. I don't know if how long the tower remains, but we'll say that
24 hours after I cast it.
Oh,
So,
dope.
quite
So
some
it'll
time.
probably still be there when you guys leave.
So I will say, Josh, I did take can I say I took a short rest in the middle there? Because I'm going to roll some hit dice, because I am not looking too peachy.
Yeah, you can easily take a short rest. There was enough time for you guys to do a long rest, so.
I'll say I rolled hit dice in there.
Ba-ba-ba. And for when you guys do eventually enter. Oh shit, it's not working anymore? Uh-oh.
Time to go in the face.
How do we make the bots work?
Bots? What bots?
Oh, they're slashed now.
Oh, the guys, robots are here. The bots are here. Fs, you don't look like you're doing too good. Anything you want to talk about? Any big reveals you want to share with the group? Is there something
No.
about being on this giant undead
Oh.
that's bothering you?
Yes.
We'd love
Okay,
to
turn
hear
that
about it
down.
while we're waiting for the music to start.
Okay. We've started. So with that,
There you go.
well, unless you guys are having second thoughts now, you may begin
I
entering.
actually would like to hear why Fs is so bothered, because I don't think we know. So, but we see
Go
that
for
he's uneasy. I just asked him, so.
My entire clan was destroyed by a lich. And that night is when the power that I have now is granted to me, and I burned everything out.
Did you kill the Lich?
Lich is gone.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Revenge is the best dish. Hot, cold, lukewarm, all shit is good. Really sorry to hear about your clan, though.
Well, the lich wasn't the only thing that died when you burned something like that out.
Wow. That sounds pretty heavy, man. You want a drink?
Yep. No.
You
That's
were almost
why.
best friends, and then you turned down the drink.
I did. I don't want to drink now.
Now we're enemies.
It's
Light
all-
a fire.
it's-
Watch, I'll show you how to do it.
It's all
Fucking
business
awesome.
right now.
All right. I make a subtle gesture for the cat to lead the way.
Is there an obvious path through the Dracolich's trachea? I assume is where we're
Why do we
going
think we have to
further
go
in.
inside? Yeah, hold on. Why do we think
We have to go to the heart, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, They call it the heart, but it's literally also
literally
the heart of
Yeah,
the
I didn't know it
Dracolich.
was literally the heart. I guess that was the confusing part. I thought it was like the metaphorical heart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I'm
You are
just-
literally going to where his heart resides, or would
Okay.
reside.
Hold on, can we talk about the elephant in the F's? Are you gonna be okay? You're not gonna go all like supernova on us, are you?
Supernova.
No.
No, supernova. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's a risk for us, those of the burnable variety in your area.
I'll try not to.
How do we know you? Maybe you should wait outside.
I got better control now.
But how do we know that?
Can we talk about your general AoE range? Like, how far away should most of us stand from you? If we want to be fully protected.
120 feet.
Alright, I'm standing 120 feet away from the lizard at all times.
That's
I can
pretty
hide
far.
behind my shield. I can increase my AC by 8 for any attack he throws at me. It's cool.
Up to 8.
All
Up
right.
to it.
All right. So
Would we
you guys?
hold on before we start a walk in? Would we rather a bless up or a pass without trace?
I take a
I
bless.
think stealth is probably the.
Pass. I'll take firepower. Hook a brother up.
Saving throws too.
I'm stacking hit, man. You gotta help me out.
All right.
I feel like I have about a 50% chance to hit most things. I would like that to be bumped up to about
Okay.
60%.
It is bless.
I stick my tongue out at Rodok.
You're all blessed.
As we hear Pretos clank, clank, clank down the Dracolich's mouth or whatever.
All right. So, unless there's anything else, you guys are going down?
Sorry. I need the buff up first.
No, you are fine. Just want to make sure I know what is happening or what all I'm going to be dealing with in a second.
We covered how F's feels about going inside the Drac. Can we talk about how we all feel? Rodok, do you have anything you want to share with the group about how you feel about Draco? I mean, we know you hate necromancers. This is pretty close.
This is the pinnacle of necromancy. Corruption of a dragon into undeath. Do you know how they make Dracoliches?
I obviously have no fucking idea.
They literally burn the life out of a dragon, and as part of the ritual, it dies and gets reborn as this skeletal monstrosity.
Who's the they in that situation?
Cultists, followers, bad people, necromancers. You should shoot necromancers.
We
with
only
a
know
crossbow
one.
in the back of the head.
I know a little girl.
If
who's a
necessary,
necromancer.
yes.
She's really nice. I don't think I'm
Ah.
her.
Susie.
Susie, she's got a little doll too. It's very pleasant. All right, well that covers Ropredos. How do you feel about necromancers? Because I'd say I'm pretty ambivalent. I'll take him, leave him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, bud.
I mean, to be honest, I'll be a straight shooter. This is pretty cool. Like, I don't often get to climb inside a giant stone dragon or bone
Did
dragon.
we bring the bomb?
I have
I
a bomb in my
offhand
yes. You guys
I
have
offhandedly
for some
ask.
reason.
Very excited about the bomb.
I drop it on the ground. Whoopsie. Stuff it haphazardly back in my bag. You hear it clinking up against the beer bottles.
Oh dear.
All right, I think we're good now. God.
Wait. No one has. Oh, I guess Barley just is ambivalent. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you got. All right. So then, with that, you guys begin descending into one of the eye sockets into the skull. And as you guys begin climbing down and get inside, you notice. Well, I guess first of all, how many people have dark vision?
As human as they come. I do not.
The hobgoblin does because he's a goblinoid. And
Does
superior.
Pretos have a shield or something? What do you got? Okay, so I cast light on Pretus's shield.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We all
So
have
now
dark
it's-
vision.
I
There's
think
now
that's
a
just regular vision, but sure.
So we'll say as you guys
What is light
get to the bottom and the shield illuminates, you see inside the skull, it looks like a giant, room in the shape of a dragon skull. And you see probably about 24 figures that are uh, frozen in the form of an iridescent crystal. Um, and you notice that each one looks as if they were in mid combat when they were frozen, but you don't see them fighting anyone. It's you see half of the combatants, I guess we'll say, and you see like some have their shields up, some have the swords out, some bow drawn, things like that.
Are they randomly around the room, or are they all in like different spots, like on the walls?
Facing the same direction.
Yeah.
So for the most part, they all seem to be facing like towards where the neck is, where you guys are heading. You see, there are some that are, maybe one facing the wall one way, one facing the other way, but for the most part, they all seem to be, grouped up and primarily facing towards the neck area.
Do we have like a Medusa situation? Like, what is turning these things? Rodok? What's turning everything
Uh,
down?
Can I Arcana figure out what happened to them? If it's some kind of magical petrification?
Go for it.
Ugh.
I rolled
Okay.
a
Still
4 damage
the
die
same
there.
shit rolls as last game.
I used.
Hold on.
I spent 12
I-
seconds.
Oh wait, I get
How
a D4, right? No, that's bless. That's not bless. Never mind.
How about a 20? How about a 20 in Arcana?
Okay. Wait. What did you say you used to? Will?
I spent 12 seconds infusing my blood into my guns, so I took.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, I mean,
That.
so we'll start. Rodok's kind of looking at everything. And he goes, "I definitely believe it's magical, but I don't know anything more than that." And F's, kind
Why
of
do
like,
we bring you with us? Fuck.
I'm sorry, the dice speaketh, and I obey.
F's kind of scoffs at him, kind of pushes him to the side, and starts inspecting some of the the crystal statues. And he goes, "This is clearly some. You realize this is clearly some sort of form of divine magic. So you don't know any more than that, but you understand that this is something more than just straight magic."
At one level of Arcana cleric, yeah.
This is some bullshit god magic. All right, well that's fine.
Exactly.
Barely magic.
It's out of my purview. I feel like it's not hurting my feelings that bad.
Can I make a survival check to see where I don't want to be standing, or how this maybe went down?
You can roll a survival check, and I can give you some information. Oh yeah. So, you can tell it looks like that they were kind of trying to hold off something that was coming from, like I said, from the neck area. And as you're looking around, you actually see there's a lot of different bones and crude weapons on the floor. From your best guess, you believe that they were probably fighting something that died long after that. Whatever they killed was not actually protected by that same magic. And well, you're not sure whether the things are still alive within the crystals, but you know that they at the very least have outlasted their opponents.
Mm.
Sure.
What do I have to roll to see how many gold needles I have in my backpack?
Gold needles.
Healing petrification. God, Final Fantasy, man. What the fuck?
You are more Final Fantasy nerdy than I am. I don't play Final Fantasy 14 for the lore. I play it to kill
I
bitches.
cast Asuna.
I know what that does.
Casual.
Dude, you could have been DPSing while you were casting Asuna, dude. That dude's not gonna die from that.
Do we? We don't have a cleric, so we don't have any greater restorations.
I only got lesser. Sorry.
Like I
Any
hit
more
him with my
questions? Any
mace.
more rolls, checks, or anything like that?
I'm
Nah.
not fitted for this journey, so I'm sitting out. I just keep my eyes on the neck.
Nothing to it but to do it. I mean,
Hmm.
keep your eyes closed, I guess. Ever mention that I'm a master blind fighter? I don't even need to see at all to shoot my guns. Definitely, I don't suffer any disadvantage for keeping my eyes closed in combat.
Is there? I'm getting like Harry Potter basilisk vibes right now. Like it, perhaps we can navigate this area purely by reflection.
Oh, I see what he's saying. To not look where you're going, but use a mirror to kind of.
Yeah. I'm smart.
Who's got a mirror? Anyway,
Or just or a glass or like a dish we can fill with water.
just take one of these crystal guys. They're reflective.
They're definitely cursed in some way. I don't know for sure, but they're definitely cursed in some way.
Well, I should have asked this too, more descriptive on like their entire body and items are all crystallized.
That is correct. It's their
Okay.
entire bodies. It's all items, everything that they're holding. You don't see anything that hasn't been affected by it.
Right. Hey guys, they're not carrying any magical stuff because it crystallized with them, so we can't loot them.
We could
That's
chisel away to
unfortunate.
get to the magic items.
Yeah.
The other thing is, as you're looking to see if there's anything that you can take from these bodies, you notice you don't see a single human among any of them.
Oh,
You see kobolds, leonin, lizard folks, dragon king, genasi, orcs, elves, dwarves, and goliaths, but not a single human.
Is there any indication of how old this is?
How well preserved are they? I guess is.
that's a good question.
I mean,
is there are they chipped at the edges due to like erosion, or is that
No.
like too deep of a cut here?
no, they're not.
Hmm. Somebody throw something down the neck of the dragon and see if it triggers a trap.
I shoot.
That's kind of throwing.
I aim down as deep as I can see with the light spell, and I will shoot my guns and see what happens. Oh, can you cast light on a bullet, and we'll shoot it and see?
Ooh.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
that sounds too smart for me. Someone else come up with that idea, and then.
I feel like that would make perfect sense for you, actually. Be like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, because you saw me cast light on the shield.
Yeah, I can
Right?
see-
And then you're like, oh, inflaming bullets make lights, and
I can only
put
figure
two
things
and two
out after
together.
Someone else does something.
I will certainly cast light on one of his bullets.
All right, I
I
will.
mean, I can cast it on all of them, but
No, I get next one in the chamber. So, all right, I sight down. I mean, I can't see now because right, it's inside the chamber of the gun. But I sight down the neck as far as I can and then shoot. What do I see as the bullet flies down the neck?
All right. So just to make sure, you're currently. Have you walked towards, I guess, the edge of the chamber? Or are you guys still like huddled, like in the middle of the head area and shooting that way?
I mean, I can shoot without disadvantage for
5 million feet.
a lot of feet.
as
No,
we
I
go-
mean, I'm just asking where
No,
you're
not
standing
that
or
far.
how far you've gone. It does. I'm not gonna make you roll to fucking shoot, right? Like you're shooting in a straight line.
He's gonna make you roll to see if you trigger the trap. That's right near the entrance
So
to the
I
net.
stand at the outermost edge, so we'll say like 5 feet back from the outermost edge of the stone figures, and I'll shoot from there.
Okay.
before he pulls the
So-
trigger, I yell back to my mushrooms and go, "You ready, guys?"
I see what you're doing.
And they yell back, because you added more stuff to it. They yell back a lot more invigorated, and they go, "Yeah, let's do it!"
Yes, let's.
So you shoot and you see, and it's very quick. I mean, it's almost like in a blink, the lights. In a blink, the lights moving. But as it begins traveling into the neck, you see it actually hits. It hits a wall, and you can see that it actually begins to go almost straight down. And you see the bullet hits that and ricochets and just goes straight down, and you can no longer see.
I'm just glad he didn't hit crystallized Jode and just shatter him into pieces.
I mean, nothing's decaying in here, so maybe they're bulletproof. We should find that out.
I shoot one in the foot.
Do you actually?
They all come alive and start attacking us.
I don't actually care if they're bulletproof or not.
Okay.
We'll find that out eventually anyway. So. All right. I crossed the threshold, I guess. I walk.
I mean, as you all get closer, you realize that you're going to have to do some splunking. You have to go down.
That's what she said.
Well, we all have our default 50 feet of rope, so that shouldn't be a problem.
So, we'll make it a little easy for you guys. So, I mean, it's a Dracolich. I mean, there are bones that are sticking out. You can see a lot of stuff's embedded in hard rock and stuff like that. But there's enough sticking out to make it so that you can feasibly get down with a little time and effort. So I'll give you guys you can use whatever skills you want to make it easier. But I'm going to ask at the bare minimum some athletics or acrobatics checks, or if you have other stuff you want to do, then go for it. Just tell me how you're getting down.
I have other stuff I want to do. I'm going to summon my wildfire spirit, and I'm going to teleport us 15 feet at a time as a group to each ledge.
Okay. So then with that, you guys, with the puff of flames, just slowly and surely you go down little by little. And as you illuminate, more and more, we'll say with the first, ledge, you're like, okay, it's fine. As you keep going down, you realize this is one big fucking beast, because as you look up, you cannot see the exit. As you look down, you can't see any, feasible end in sight. And as you keep going down, you notice that the neck starts kind of contorting a little bit, so you start going down and it starts going back further into the mountain.
Gotcha.
And we'll say after a few choice teleports, you have made it to level ground that you can begin walking again.
Great job, Fs.
Yeah, teleportation.
Utility. That's me.
Very rare do I see such smooth execution of teleportation. Excellently done. And I pat F broadly on the back, possibly a little too hard.
I mean,
what do we?
what's your
see?
strength?
In 8, but I can still crit.
That's true.
So when you get to the bottom, you see there's a little more. We'll say you're at the point where you can see that the neck is beginning to end and it's starting to open up into a much larger chamber.
We're in the belly.
Who knows their dragon anatomy?
We need
I look at
to-
myself. I think we're in the esophagus.
All right. I guess we just keep moving. We're gonna keep
Yeah.
moving. Assume we're moving until you tell us that something happens.
All right, sounds good. So we have the cat in the front, yeah.
Always.
Absolutely.
The-
He's got the
Alright.
shield with the.
Yeah,
He's got
the
the lighted
He is
shield.
in the front and in the back, protecting our rear.
Perfect. So as you start walking, towards where you can see that the opening begins, you start seeing some more of those the crystallized beings come in. Oh, one thing you missed, Will, is none of the ones upstairs were human. There were a bunch of different races. There was kobolds, Leonin, lizard folk, dragon king, genasi, orcs, elves, dwarves, and Goliaths, but not a single human.
I know
look
why
ar-
that
I
is.
look around smugly.
Remember what the
So-
Genasi told us that the humans turned into something else.
Fine.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill you guys one way or another.
So as you guys continue, you start seeing, again, right, that skeletal remains and crude weapons. You see, some more of the stuff, and eventually, you guys, funnel out of the neck into a very large chamber. I mean, you look up and you can't even see the ceiling large, but you do notice towards like the very center, and I mean, you guys, probably like at least 500 feet of movement center. There is something that's kind of glowing with a weird red and green aura, and you can kind of faintly make out by seeing like the shadows in front of it. There's a couple more figures in front of it.
I just had a thought. Why don't we let the Draco Lich wake up? This is the most advantageous place to be inside of it, right? Could we just like
Yeah.
cut our way out?
This is a fat bastard.
He can't attack us if we're inside of him, right? Anyway,
while
let's go.
while my allies are deliberating the logistics of this, I cast Mage Armor myself.
Wise but not smart.
I will assume that you guys are going to continue going forward towards the glowing aura.
Literally always, yes.
All right.
Really
So,
always.
I'll just
Guys
throw
are-
my shield Captain America style over there to light up the scene a little bit more.
We could throw
mean,
other
you
things.
can do
I can
bullets
cast
again.
light on other things.
Do that.
We're just always casting on rocks. We throw a rock. Casting light on another rock. We
Pick
throw
up
another rock.
2 hours of
Walk to the
every
rock, pick
session.
another one. All
Or
right.
you
So,
just keep
so,
walking to the one rock and throw it and keep throwing it.
I search for traps.
so as you guys make your way over towards where this little glowing aura is, you start seeing more and more of these crystal figures. You're actually kind of starting to get impressed with how many you see.
Does it look like it's a bunch of guys making like a last stand, like barricade wall kind of a situation?
So what you see here is a bunch of people just kind of like scattered. It looks like there's no rhyme or reason to where they are.
Yeah.
But they're scattered, and you can see the ones above were mid-fight and
Yeah.
swinging the weapons. The ones here actually look like they were mostly in the process of being struck, if not dying. You see a lot of them like holding like their chest as if they're covering a wound. You see some like have fallen over, some on their knees. I mean, some of them are even missing limbs, and you could see bones of that could be the missing limb next to them on the floor.
Can I pick up one of the like the
Mm-mm.
Can I pick up one of like a dismembered foot?
You may.
Okay.
I really
I'm gonna
enjoy
pick it
the
up.
body parts.
I'm gonna pick it up by the with my bare hands, which may or may not. What does it feel like texturally? Does it just feel like jagged stone, or does it like the different types of like does the flesh and the bones like feel different?
So the dismembered pieces are just straight up bones. I mean, it looks like whatever it was had decayed. It did not get the benefit of the
It's-
crystallizing magic.
Okay. So it
So-
appears that it had to be attached to the primary organism during the time petrification. Very interesting. At this point, I turn to a group of allies. Whatever magic has affected them is major arcana. As your resident magic expert, and before I just start making shit up, I'm gonna arcana roll a 24.
Hey, you did it.
Can I? Does there appear to be in historical lore anything about like defending oneself from mass petrification, whether it's like a line of sight thing, whether or not it's a like if I rub myself in butter or something, like the magic doesn't penetrate well?
Butter.
or something
Definitely
equally
butter.
ridiculous like that.
So we'll say that you've learned of a few different, magical means of petrification, right? There are some that require touching. There are some that require having line of sight of the target, and you've even heard of some that are actually penetrated by sound. So if you can hear whatever is starting it, it would do that. However, every single means that you have learned for these petrification methods turn the figure into stone, not into an iridescent crystal.
All the textbooks of the past have turned them into opaque stone. This is, however, something very new. I wonder, and since we haven't actually like moved any of these guys before, can I try to like I realize with an 8 strength I probably am not just like deadlifting a crystal guy.
I can do
But
it.
So you get a D4 to your. Oh no, it's a saving throw. Never mind.
yeah.
Look at it.
So can I just try to like shift and one of the people to see if like they move at all, if they're just actually like attached to the ground.
Go for it.
I want to see if I can reposition them and see what happens.
I like to think that you get the D4 to save yourself from the hernia from trying to move it.
Boy, look at
I
that.
rolled a 1.
I love
Um,
the dice.
Does he
support
Does he
fiction.
slip a disc?
Do,
That's
do,
what I want to know.
do me.
So here's the hernia check. Here's where the D4
It's
comes in.
it's not a natural one though.
It's not a
actually
natural one. I rolled a 2, which then with a negative 1 strength brought it down to a 1. So I feel like
Okay.
it shouldn't punish me as bad as a crit fail.
We're not going to punish you nearly as much, but you do look very, very pathetic. I mean, you're sitting here like, telling everyone, all this history and, knowledge about petrification, and then you're like, oh, but let me check one thing, and you go to try to move it, and it just looks pathetic as you were like trying to use all your weight to shove this thing, and it's not moving. But as you touch your crystal, can you give me a... We'll just stay straight up Arcana check.
16.
So as you touch the crystal, you realize that there's something that is specifically preventing whatever this thing is from taking any sort of physical damage, and you could probably surmise that it would probably prevent it from being moved in any way, although you're not sure since your feeble attempts didn't really do much.
I believe these people are warded against all applications of force. I don't have a Warhammer present, and I'm not certain I want to try to love tap any of these, but I feel like they seem to be preserved in some sort of stasis for all the time.
And I'll
Try
just
shoving
say,
one.
all right, go for it. Give me
I'm a
give me
strong guy. Well, never mind.
Ooh.
I also rolled a 2.
We are convinced. Oh my god, these things are just welded in place.
Well,
In my head canon, you guys watched Rodok try and he failed, and then you were like, oh, of course he's coming with some bullshit as to why he can't do this. And then Pretos is like, bitch, I got this. And then when he failed, you guys are like, oh, he does know things.
Yeah, checks out.
Wizard.
Seeing these two use their muscles, I'm gonna have Cinder hop on top of one of these statues
Mhm.
and see if it may be a willing creature, and teleport it 15 feet away.
Why do we care about moving these things? Can we? Did I miss something?
We're
When-
learning
when
about the world.
When it teleports, things take damage.
Yeah,
All right.
so
So
I got it out of our line of sight.
Yeah.
It's like it's a deck save and then a whatchamacallit 1d6. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, I gotta check. It might have switched now.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not particularly worried about the amount of damage at this point. I
Mhm.
mean, it'd be a lot more than
The life these things have left.
it'd be a lot more. But when Cinder teleports, you notice the statue doesn't go with it, but it starts it starts exhibiting a very red hue at this point. So it's no longer just straight iridescent.
The statue is exhibiting the red hue.
I think you made it angry. Red usually means they're mad.
We
Or
to,
could
we
mean fire.
have to touch it with all the elements. Who's got heart?
Pull out my ring.
Corbin.
I left
Corbin,
that. I left that Care Bear
I
home.
have no fire. You guys ever see that movie? It's pretty good.
Mhm.
Also, I'm gonna ask for. I think we'll say a history check from someone, whoever is actually inspecting these things thoroughly.
I would say all of us are.
So-
I mean, it's
So I specifically can. I have advantage in history if it's related to a fey, fiend, or undead, right? Can I do a history check based on what I know about monsters who could potentially cause this status effect?
You can.
nice.
Yes, I will get it, Liam. Hold on.
He's cheering on your roll. That's definitely what's happening right now.
Wow. Listen, a +1 is still just a +1 at the end of the day with advantage.
You know what? I was gonna say. I think we're all inspecting them. Why not? With my -1, just take a roll. Oh, look at
I got the dog out. Give me 1 second. Hopefully, you guys figure it out.
The
I
only
don't know,
thing,
shit.
the only information that you guys glean with.
that.
Oh,
Lemons.
oh,
Oh!
There we go.
Look at the big brain on Brad.
My name's not Brad.
So, you see F's in Barley kind of bouncing ideas back, off of one each other, talking about, anything related to these. And Rodok, you can remember a few things. Number one, you believe that there's some sort of significance to the beliefs of the council and this type of magic that is affecting everyone here. But the thing that also catches in your memory is that the I guess the iridescent color of these statues are the exact same color as Jode's scales were.
Ooh.
Oh, do you guys remember what Jode's ass looks like? I think it's the same color as these
His
scales,
ass!
right?
He always stood directly underneath me, so I don't know that I got a good look. It was kind of covered by the rest of my body.
I believe it had an iridescent look to it. I don't know if it looked like this.
Well, not anymore, but
I think this looks rather hanky. And I walk up to the statue and I just shout, "Jode, shrill song!"
nothing
So,
happens.
nothing
But you shout, and you can kind of hear the echo in the chamber. Jode, shrill song, and you hear shrill song, shrill song, shrill song.
All right, I'm out of ideas.
And F's, can I get a? Guess it would also be perception.
Okay, I'll take it. Perception.
Yep.
22.
With the 22, you can feel that. I actually don't know where you're keeping it, but you can feel that there's some sort of pull coming from the fire orb that you have.
Okay. So pull. All right. So I take the fire herb out.
And with that, it starts. You feel a force pulling you towards the center.
I think we need
learned. Go ahead.
I think we need to walk towards the center, guys. This thing is giving me vibes.
Is it a
Right.
clue?
It's a red herring, but let's go.
Literally.
Well, they learned two things. Number one, there's significance that Rodok remembered between the what the council worshipped, their celestial god, and these petrification of the statues, and also the before gaining the red hue, they seem to match the color, at least what he remembered, of Jode's scales. And with that, you guys begin heading towards the center. You guys, are making your way, and you see more and more you know, these crystal-like bodies, and the further you get, more the more dead that they look like they were as the magic started taking place, and eventually, you find your way behind a single lone or statue of a single lone kobold in front of a very large, what looks like black, tangling, pulsating heart.
Is it Jode?
Oh wow!
Does it look like Jode?
Kobold.
Hey, look at it! It's a small lizard folk.
The kobold looks like Jode. If it wasn't for the fact that he was wearing all of those clothes that looked like his color, you would have just assumed it was a naked Jode.
Jode! We have to bring him home.
Remember, we can't move him.
I just tried
So-
to teleport. I can't teleport.
So, between Jode and this pulsating, black mess of a heart, are 5 pedestals, which look very, very out of place considering you're in a giant, body of a dragon, and other than these crystals and the random bones and crude weapons around you, there's like nothing that would indicate something had been constructed. So you see these 5 pedestals, and these pedestals kind of resemble small little like dragon claws. And you can see Jode is grasping in his hand. The only thing that you guys have seen that anyone is holding that's not turned to crystal is a black orb. And on the other, within 3 of the pedestals are 3 other orbs.
Holy shit, we have all the orbs.
And you can feel the orb that you have F's pulsating towards one of the hands. And you can see the hands are also color coded, which kind of lines up properly. So you can see,
That
there's
is
there's
awfully
one that's
convenient.
kind of
I feel
right.
I feel like we were giving Jode a lot of credit for figuring this out, but at the end of the day, it's really fucking obvious. Like, yeah, no,
So you see,
too much.
a blue hand is a blue orb, right? White hand is a white orb. You have a green hand with a green orb, and then you have 2 claws, one red and one black.
Dude, these motherfucking level 20 assholes, both the leader of the cult and all these other freaking genasi, could have easily just walked in here and done this. Fuck off.
We had the red orb,
He's
so
too scared to come in here.
we did have
So-
the red orb, to be fair. So
Yeah.
Who wants
Uh,
to grab? Who wants to
Can
grab
I
the black
get
orb?
an Arcana check from anyone regarding the pulsing heart that is currently like moving and writhing in front of you guys?
Oh yeah.
Rodok, Mr.
is it a fey?
Necromancy.
This
So-
feels like evil magic.
You can, Rodok, you can 100% sense that there's some sort of necromantic magic coming from that. Oh my god.
Wow.
I don't know where Barley learned Arcana.
I
He's been hanging with us.
I've heard some shit.
I ray of frost the blackened heart. Does an 18 hit it?
An 18 does hit it, and you can see that where the blast hits this, the writhing heart, you see with behind that piece where it hit kind of disappears, and you can see that there's more of the iridescent crystal behind it, and then it starts getting covered again with the writhing blackness. The other thing that you and Barley noticed, was there any other Arcana checks?
I did it, but I got a 3. So
Oh
no,
yeah,
no.
you know the shit. Yeah, you're like, yep, that's a writhing black shit.
Mhm, mhm.
That's unnatural. You guys notice there's a faint red aura that surrounds the top half of that heart, and it seems to be almost intensified in the direction towards all of the crystalline statues.
You guys want me to just grab that other orb and go
No,
put these
I-
things down?
No, we're like fairly convinced it summons Tiamat, right? Like, already
I
went over
mean,
this.
We're level 7 now.
Never-
This was a question when we were level 6, but we gained a level. I just
Still
want
don't
to
feel comfortable summoning Tiamat into
I mean, this
a
thing's
world.
telling me to go put it over there. It's dragging me in that
The
direction.
pulsating dead heart is telling you to do a thing, and you're like,
No, 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 no. The claws sticking up are telling me to do a thing.
No, the orb. The
Also-
orb. The orb is doing it, not the
oh, the
claw. The
orb.
orb
Oh, I'm
specifically.
Yeah, but the
Orb
orb
is-
belongs here. Look, the pedestals are built into the dragon. It is part of the dragon. It's bad by default.
Not necessarily.
Why would the pedestals be part of the mechanism to stop the thing from happening, and it's built into the floor?
I think Jode built them. I don't know.
We
This was
don't
his-
know what
Yeah,
magic
we don't know,
ritual
we don't know
Jode
fucking shit.
undergone when he was in here. So it is entirely possible that the enchantment that is holding the heart back it requires the orbs to renew. It obviously seems to be under attack by this, and I pew the heart again for
Okay.
emphasis.
All right. So
Does
then
it 14?
I think we could cause Armageddon.
I got another idea.
We'll say so. The 14 hits, and we're gonna say too. Can I get a perception check from you guys with that hit?
Yeah. Ugh.
It did not roll.
God.
There we go.
What the?
Hey,
F's.
single-
You notice before the writhing black mass begins to cover that area again, you can kind of make out a crystalline face, and then the black mass covers it again. And notably too, like this mass is, I mean, it's in the shape of a giant ass heart. It's probably like 10 times, probably even larger than the other stuff. Like it is very large, but the face that you saw looks like the size of a normal face.
Crit fail on a religion check, so I guess I don't know what the face is. All right.
It's a face.
All right, so you guys are saying not to put this thing on the pedestal. Should I take orbs off of the pedestal? Will
No, I
that
don't
make
think we
everything
should touch
better?
anything. Let's
We
talk
know
it
that
through.
Jode came here to do this, but why did he only come with 4?
I don't. Maybe he was going in and out. Got caught the last time. And by the way, every
Caught
time
by
he
what?
fucking shoots that thing, a face shows up. I don't know if you guys see that or not, but there's a face in there.
All right.
So-
I unload 8 shots on the crystal.
Are your bullets imbued right now
Yes.
with magic?
They're magical. Yeah, as part of.
All right. So every time a shot hits the crystal, you can see, the black stuff goes away, and some of them hit, around where the face is. Some of them don't, but you can clearly now see there's definitely a face within there, and it seems, just to be completely embedded in the crystal.
I mean, does it look like a kobold face? Is it Jode?
Nope, it is a human. It's the only human face that you have seen so far.
So
It's all the
guys,
humans who died here. Also,
I could-
you keep saying
the-
attacked, but what got Jode? What got all these people? We don't even fucking
I-
know.
So there's only one way to know. We either put orbs up or take orbs down to see what happens. We gotta see what happens one way or the other.
Decision forever. I don't know if I'm cool with accidentally causing Armageddon in a world that's not even. I mean, I guess I'm more cool doing it to this world than our world. Like, I don't know any of these fucking guys.
Okay.
And honestly, they
Well-
all kind of seem like dicks. But
Listen. We either put one orb up, we don't complete it and see what happens, or we take one orb down, don't complete it and see what happens. Something will change. I don't think we're diving all the way deep.
Do we even think that anyone in this entire world is going to know what any of this does anyway, though?
No, we need to find out. We're here, and their whole thing was we were going to get the orbs and bring them together to help destroy the heart. That's what we said we were going to do. Now we don't want to do it?
I think we should do it.
we didn't know what we wanted to do. We also have this bomb. I take the bomb.
I'm waiting for Plan Bomb to go off. To be quite honest,
I dropped it on the ground. Did it go off?
it did not go off.
Like I should have to roll each time.
Honestly, you're very impressed with how well made this bomb is.
Bomb.
Like you're like, this should definitely be going off, and it is not. I don't know what's happening.
You told us at some point the way to like activate it, and it felt very complex.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like, it can't be this easy. Just put the orbs on and it solves the problem. We're only level
Or take
7.
them off. So that's what I'm saying.
But
Put one orb on and see what happens, or take one orb,
Orb
off.
on.
I'm more okay.
Orb
with
up.
But what if taking them off lets the Draco Lich come back to life?
Well, we're inside. We're okay. I'll fuck it up. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right,
So-
let's put it to a vote then. This is a democratic proceeding.
Velociraptors. We're all right.
Okay. There's a vote. Who wants to fuck with the orbs?
Rodok votes to fuck with the orbs.
What does that
All
mean?
right, I
Take-
see.
He
does
does.
that mean take orbs off or put orbs on?
Rodok votes to put the orbs back onto the.
I think we should put all 5 of them there. We're fucking here.
We're gonna die to Tiamat. And
It's fine. You know, it was a good
I'm so
run.
young. I have so much vengeance left in my heart. I have a backstory. We haven't even touched it yet.
But
We
consider this: if you die to Tiamat, you will kill Jode, which I believe Barley wants more than anything after those songs.
I can kill him right now. I guarantee it.
No, you can't. We learned that.
I
He's
have
protected.
No, protected. They're bullshit. I do 80 damage a round. I can definitely hurt him.
All right.
All right,
I'm gonna walk up and I'm
I
gonna
walk to
pluck
the
the
back.
black Joe.
I walk to the back of the room and just pull both guns out.
I'm sorry. The back room is like 500 feet away.
All right,
You pulling out your sniper
I walk
rifle?
100 feet away, which is the extent of my range, and I stand there.
Okay.
I'm gonna pluck the black orb off of Joe if
Okay.
Jode if
When
I
you
can.
grab the black orb,
There we go.
the world goes dark. And
Even
You
my-
see-
Put it back.
Oh,
Put it
for
back.
him.
Put it back.
For
Hold on.
him.
the world goes dark, and you see a vision. You find yourself in a great wide space. Like you are outside, and you're not where you were at all. You as you're looking around, right, you can see there's a lot of dead grass, a lot of dirt. You see maybe 1 or 2 trees out in the distance, and they're also dead.
Awesome.
As in this vision, you start wandering, looking for any actual life. And after what feels like a time to you, you can see in the distance there is a caravan. And your vision goes black again, and it comes back, and you are inside of a small encampment. You notice the folks who are there. They're maybe making food, chatting. You see different things that they're all up to. Maybe making some gear, but
Are they human?
they're all Leonin.
Oh.
And as you're walking around the camp, you hear a very loud roar. And you look up, and behind you is a large black worm descending on the camp. And with that, the world goes black again, and you are back in the room.
This is some fucked up shit.
Do you tell us what
You
happened?
know,
Hey, Pretos, you might want to take this black orb for a minute.
So he
why?
his people being destroyed in this world by the Black Dread or whatever the fuck it is.
yeah, I mean, I do remember when we created the old world, that the place where the Leonin lived. Tiamat had been there at some point far, far in the past, but I just assumed that Pretos wouldn't have known anything about it. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna be like, why? What?
I gotta tell him. I gotta
why?
tell him what just happened. Absolutely, tell him what just happened. But this shit seems like it's meant for you.
Ah, fuck.
I walk over and I touch one of the other orbs.
Oh,
That's
here we
fine.
go.
I'll wait for Pretos to touch it.
No, go for it.
Do you want to pick a color, or do you want me to pick the color for you?
I'll just pick blue.
Let's. I'd like to resolve the black one, right?
I-
It's Pretos'
I mean-
orb, right? Because we. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
F's-
basically, if
F's
Britos
had
touches
a-
it,
F's had a vision related to himself, right? When he touched the red orb.
Right.
Let's let Pretos enjoy his reminiscence of the death of the lion people.
Being in.
I mean, it was a long time. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll touch the orb. Is it just the same vision again?
So it's almost the exact same vision. However,
You're a
as
dragon.
you are as you were walking through the camp, you notice that there is some sort of a hierarchy that's not too different than the hierarchy from the Leonin back in your world, at least before you you left your clan. You also notice that there seems to be a maybe not so much as a shrine, but there seems to be some sort of offering from the Leonin place in a specific area to this worm, and where the vision faded for F's, it continued, and the black worm descended into the camp without harming any of the Leonin, but did take the offerings, which were meager scraps of whatever food they could find, as well as some different treasures. And with that, the dragon leaves.
All right. Yeah, I
And
mean, I
then
told everyone
you
the
can
rest.
come back.
Yeah, I told everyone the rest of the story, and I'm like, Leonin aren't ones to really give a shit about the gods, but Tiamat seems pretty cool in my book. I don't know.
For the record, this was just a straight black dragon.
Okay.
Although you might believe it's Tiamat, but just for clarity's sake, it is a straight black dragon that you see.
I don't understand why the sexual
I-
orientation of the dragon needs to be involved at all.
It is a solely black dragon. Are you happy now?
That's better, yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right. Somebody else go.
I feel like there's 5
Well,
orbs
dude,
and
are
there's
you doing-
only 4 of us too. It's a little weird. It's almost like this puzzle was geared around a team of 5. Tiamat Odoron died.
Also, are you doing anything with that orb, or are you just holding on to it for now?
I take the black orb and I put it onto the pedestal.
Oh, you just took out
You-
Priodos's hand and threw it on the pedestal.
He's like, "Give me that."
You guys seem to be zoning out. I don't think this is good for your minds. And I grab it out of. I just, without thinking of the consequences necessarily, take the black orb out of Pretos's hands, and I begin to move it towards the pedestal. Does anything happen, or is it out of charges, or?
When you grab it, you see the same vision that that F saw. Nothing more, nothing less. But that might be enough to stay your hand. Possibly, I'm not sure. Does it stay your hand, or do you continue putting it onto the
I put it on
pedestal?
the pedestal. Like, did you? And I turn back on. Did you guys see some dream about a huge ass black dragon?
We literally just told you about that. What are you not even?
Twice. You heard it
Are
twice.
you paying attention, Rodok?
Well, so there is like storytelling, and then there is like experience it in like IMAX with like full THX, right? So Jesus.
So as as you begin placing it onto the pedestal, you kind of feel some sort of pull, almost kind of guiding you away from doing that. But you're not entirely sure whether that's the right move or not. But as you affix it to the pedestal, you look around and you see the crystals are now glowing. The crystal statues,
the crystal
including
people?
Jode.
I think
Did we complete the
Something's-
puzzle?
something's happening. Let's weigh our options. I'm thinking that if we put the last orb in there, something is going to activate, and we should get ready to run. And if for whatever reason Jode is no longer stuck in that crystalline form, someone, possibly one of the stronger of us, I turn to Pretos, be ready to grab Jode, and I don't know what the exact consequences of potentially waking up from this crystalline stasis is, but make sure Jode doesn't try to flee, or at the very minimum flee in the direction that we are also fleeing.
Oh wait, all the stone people came to life. I'm sorry, I missed
No,
that.
they're
No, they started glowing.
He put the black orb
black
goes on.
orb.
They start glowing.
I mean, they could
Hold on,
also
is
just explode, but
Is anyone touching the other crystal or the other orbs, by the way?
I'm gonna
just the red one in my hand. That's it.
Alright, touch. Which one am I drawn to? Actually, you know what?
Okay.
I want to see all of them. So, I touch the yellow one that doesn't exist.
There.
I touch the white one.
Nothing
white
like
one.
a night out at the movies.
Yo,
inside
I'm
the belly of
so
a dragon.
happy you picked the white one. Okay.
I
Oh,
felt
gosh.
a pull towards it. Yeah.
So the world goes dark,
Oh, so-
and it's still dark, but you can hear it faintly.
Days that way.
Tink, tink. And you open your eyes, and you're in the middle of a street. And you can see all around you are different blacksmiths and different, people working on a lot of different metal things. And one thing that makes you very happy is you seem to see a lot of weaponry that kind of resonates with you.
I'm excited. Yeah, no, I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Can I move in this dream, or I'm stuck in on the
So-
rails?
As you're looking, right, you can see, these are like little shops and stuff kind of embedded in walls. And as you start following these walls up, they go very high. And these walls are made, they're comprised almost entirely of steel. And as you start, wandering the streets and kind of looking around, you realize none of the people you're seeing are people. They're all constructs. They're all metal.
The future
And-
is what I wish for. How did you know?
Skyfall. You're in Skyfall.
So as you're wondering, finally you see something that catches your eye. It's, I want to say, out of the ordinary, but nothing that you're seeing seems ordinary. So I guess it seems more ordinary. You see a dwarf, and you can see that this dwarf is walking in front of 4 or 5 of these constructs, and they're hauling large carts of large sheet metal. And the world goes dark again. And then when you gain your vision back, you're standing next to this dwarf as he's in front of these large double doors with intricate carvings, primarily of a large white dragon. And he's next to this giant horn that's kind of affixed to the wall, and it goes way up, and then comes out, and there's a little mouthpiece, and it happens to be dwarf size or dwarf height. And he goes to blow on it, and you think to yourself, he's a little dwarf, this is a giant horn, it's not going to do anything. But much to your surprise, a very loud, horrid, high-pitched noise comes from this horn. And you go to cover your ears because of how bad it is. And as that begins happening, you see the 2 doors start opening. And there's a very loud, horrid roar as the doors open. And inside you see a large white dragon, or at least you believe it's white, because it's got a lot of steel plates affixed to it.
Cyber dragon.
And with that, your vision fades. And you are back in the room, holding the orb.
I'm all about cyber enhancement dragon. I tell the group about my awesome vision and how we need to go to this place wherever it is.
Guys, fuck these orbs. No one gives a shit. We gotta go to Cyber Dragon.
So, is he? You're holding, like, you took the orb off the pedestal.
I assumed he was holding onto it while it's on the pedestal.
Yep.
He just kind of touched it.
Okay. Okay. So then nothing's happening to the.
That's his pinky on it.
Jesus Christ. No, I just wanted to see if anything was happening to, like, when we added an orb, there was change.
Gotcha.
Didn't know.
All right, I'll take the white orb off.
You what?
I take the white orb off the pedestal.
When you take the white orb off the pedestal, the crystals stop glowing.
All right, I put the white orb back on the crystal.
On the pedestal?
pedestal.
The orbs, yeah, the
I put the
crystals
white
start
orb
glowing
back
again.
on the pedestal.
When you go to put the white orb on the pedestal, you kind of feel a force, like, kind of pushing it away. But as you push it on, and the claw kind of grasps it, and then the crystals start glowing again.
Who wants
Did I
to
put
watch
mine
the
on?
next movie? No, that's the end of the game. Let's touch the other ones. Rodok, you do one.
Rodok touches the green.
So the world goes dark, and when you open your eyes, you see that you're in a very, like, shittily made room. It also smells very musty and damp. And as you're looking around, you know, realize that possibly there's more stuff going on outside. And you leave and you look back and see that it was a very like clantily made shack.
I push my way out of the shack.
As you push your way out of the shack, you notice you are in a small village in a swamp. There are quite a lot of shacks, like all together, but then outside of that, there's nothing. So it seems that that for whatever reason, whatever these creatures are, seem to want to congregate in one small area of this little
Can
village.
I identify the creatures?
So as you look around, you see there are probably about 100 lizard folk kind of kneeling in front of a large stone slab. And depicted on this slab is a large worm. And as you are kind of looking, at this this crudely, drawn worm, you see at the bottom of the slab is what looks like some sort of offering. You see some gold, some jewels. You see some, bodies of dead creatures, and even some, humans and elves. Just whatever they could find as an offering is placed on this pedestal. And you hear some chanting going on. And as you're sitting there looking at everything, you realize the chanting is getting faster and it's getting faster. And suddenly you hear a very high-pitched roar, and you are broken from the trance.
I very deliberately turn to Eft. Did you know your people sacrifice humans and elves to appease their god or whatever?
No, not my people.
They looked a lot like your people.
That's usually a goblin thing.
No,
And a kobold thing.
Oh.
Especially
My-
a kobold thing. It's a gnome, a kobold thing.
my people value hospitality to guests. We don't sacrifice them to gods and
Salt and
beasts.
bread. Salt and bread.
Okay. I mean,
And
I'm eyeballing F's and Rodok.
For the sake of just pushing this one along, we're just going to say that Rodok, you're feeling a push towards the blue orb.
I handle the blue orb.
He's holding orbs in his hand. Nice.
blue balls.
So with that one, your world goes dark again. This time you're a lot less surprised since it's happened twice to you now. But when your eyes open, you're not affixed to the ground like you were in the last two. You're kind of way up in the air, and you can see there's a large tower that is on an island. With that, your vision fades,
Is the
and
color of the tower significant at all? Like, or its construction?
there's nothing significant about the tower that you can tell from your angle and from the distance that you're at.
Do I feel like I'm a dragon flying?
No.
Do I feel like I'm riding a dragon that is
No.
flying?
You feel like
Fuck
you
am
were
I in the
possibly
air?
some sort of like what is what's that spell that creates like an eyeball that you can see from?
Oh.
That was one of the divination things. I don't remember what it is. It's like
Whatever.
arcane eye or something.
Something like that. You feel like you're that, right? You can't move. You can't like basically you're just affixed and you're looking down. You see there's a giant ass tower and this huge fucking island, and like that's what you currently see. And then your vision goes, and when it comes back, you're at the foot of the tower. You can see there's a few different people around. I mean, you see different races. You see human. You actually see hobgoblin as well, and everyone here is dressed in robes. So you see human. You see a hobgoblin. You see a lizard folk. You see an elf. I mean, you see a bunch of. You don't see the same race twice, at least where you're at. And your vision fades again, and you're in a room of the tower, and it's just filled with books. So many books. And your vision fades again, and you're in a different room in the tower, and there's more books, but you also now see different, tables with different scribings, different mathematical formulas. I mean, this seems like your heaven so far. And your vision fades, and as you keep going to different rooms, and it looks like different floors of the tower. Really, you just see more and more things until finally you get to the top. And when you get to the top, you're overtaken by this feeling of pride in the fact that the things beneath are rare and valuable, and a lot of it is a lot of lost knowledge in arts and things that a lot of people of this world probably don't realize ever existed or have forgotten about. And with that, you start feeling this power well up inside of you, and a large very loud cracking noise emits from above you, and lightning strikes on the tower itself. And then you hear a very loud, fearsome roar, and a blue dragon swoops down on top of the tower. And your vision ends.
So I gave a very brief recounting of this to my allies, but mostly focusing on the specifically for the Blue Dragon Tower, on the wonders present in the tower, and just kind of as an afterthought. Oh, by the way, a blue dragon attacked it or something, but we should probably find that tower too. I'm wondering if perhaps these dragons are that these are the memories of the various consorts that were mentioned before, and can I roll for memory? Because there was mention that one of the consorts was up north. I don't remember which color it was.
We'll just you can roll for memory on that. That's fine. By up north, you mean the one? How far up north, if you remember? Because I don't remember which one. I believe I told you the one in Zynar. That's what I thought. Okay.
Zynar, the one city we need to go to.
I roll a 7 on intelligence, or actually, should I roll history?
It would be a history.
Okay.
I assume history for memory. I don't know if someone else is.
Can I add a 3 to that and have an average roll of a 10?
Yeah, we'll give you average, because it was basically 16 hours ago. You heard this. You're like, oh yes, there was a white dragon mentioned up in Zynar.
Wondering if these. I wonder if these are. Wonder if these are the aforementioned consorts we've heard.
I just assume everybody thought that. I'm sorry, I should have said
never
something.
assume with this group.
There was no evidence to suggest that until I came to this conclusion, sir.
Okay, so I go over to the pedestal and put the red orb on it.
As you're placing the red orb onto the pedestal, you see another vision. This one is a lot shorter, but it's essentially you see the oh my god, I forgot names. Spreadsheet. You see Agnar the Pure, at least the old version of Agnar before the rebirth, and you see him and a bunch of his cultists out in the forest north of Ebon's Watch, and there is chanting. Not unlike what you had heard Barley describing from his adventures that night with Agnar, and they're all chanting around a very large pyre, and you can see that there are people who are kind of burned to a stake at this pyre, and they're screaming and they're begging for mercy, and the chanting just continues going, and finally you hear a very loud, high-pitched, fearsome roar, and a red dragon descends upon the cultists, and it lands in front of the pyre, and with its great breath it adds its fire to the pyre, and you can see as it adds its fire, those who were tied to it immediately turn to ash. And with that, the cultists begin cheering, and your vision fades.
Did I make out who was tied to the stakes at all? Could it have been
You don't
council
recognize
members?
them.
All right.
You don't recognize them.
Okay.
So does that? Do you still continue putting your hand? Do you still continue putting the orb on the pedestal?
Yeah, I'm ready to end this. Put the orb on the pedestal.
Okay. You place your orb on the pedestal, and with that, you see, you hear a lot of cracking noises, and as you all turn around, you see the various crystals are breaking, and you all realize that means that the crystal underneath that writhing black mass is also probably breaking. And for a brief moment, you can see Jode begin moving, and he looks around, and you see his eyes affixed to the pedestal, the 5 pedestals, and he looks shocked, and then he looks at you all, and with that, there is a large, thunderous noise as the heart exudes very, very strong energy, and you all get knocked onto the ground. And suddenly, Jode and every single one of those who are in the crystals turn to dust.
Thank
Oops.
fucking God.
Motherfucker.
And with that, you see that writhing, as you guys start getting your vision back, you see that writhing black mass is no longer there, but you see there is a black and red colored heart that is thumping, and that red energy is now, or that red ore that you saw is now even stronger. And you can see that in the middle of that heart is what looks like half of the body of a human. And you see, his arms are kind of outstretched, like kind of like a T-pose type thing. And you see his face in pure agony as more and more essence, it seems, is being absorbed into this heart. And with every couple seconds, you can see it thump, 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 thump.
I shoot the heart with my
The
crossbow.
protective. I was just gonna say the protective barrier's down.
I shoot the human in the face.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Do
in that
you want
he
me to
takes the
roll
bullet
roll an
and-
attack on the heart, on like rolling the crossbow, or is it I'm just shooting like a stationary object?
I mean,
Can I-
you shoot, it goes in, it gets absorbed, and nothing happens.
I let out a firebolt.
You shoot, it gets absorbed, and nothing
Okay.
happens.
Sorry, I want to see magical.
No,
not
you're
physical
fine. You're
damage.
fine.
Yep.
Yeah, you can also see the main channel directly into, like, there's a lot of red coming from everywhere, but there's a lot more red coming from these orbs.
I begin yanking the orbs off of the things and shoving them into my bag.
As you take each orb off, you see that the red aura that's coming from them starts going away, and you can see the heart starts thumping even less. So as you take the one off, right, it goes thump thump, and then it goes thump thump. You take the next one off, and it's thump thump, and so on and so forth, until finally it's probably thumping like every couple minutes now.
How does the ground inside this dead-ish Dracolich feel?
The ground has not changed, with the difference of there's a lot of dust everywhere, and
Who would have thought that following Jode's dumbass plan was not the right thing to do?
And he specifically came here with 4, even though I'm pretty sure he knew where the 5th one was.
Poor Jode.
I'm just gonna point out you all voted for this.
you all
Yeah.
killed Jode, you sons of bitches.
I mean, I support that portion.
Oh, he's dead.
However,
So all of Jode is turned to dust?
All of every single crystal figure is turned to dust.
Can I cast Revivify?
we scoop up a little.
You
bottle.
cannot.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Of Jode
Okay.
dust.
can I scoop up some Jode dust?
if you would like,
Yeah, I'd do it.
you have a vial of Jode dust. Use it well.
I'm also going to recommend that Rodok start handing out orbs to people.
I lean down real close to the Joe dust and I go, I don't hear any singing now.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ. Wow.
Boy, do I have an awful encounter planned for you later.
Zombie Jode?
So I open up my backpack. All right, everyone pick their favorite color. I
grab
Keep the blue one.
Cyber Dragon.
Take the
blue one.
take the red one.
And the black
As
one.
you guys begin, handing out the orbs, you can see that there's some different, I guess, forces that are emanating from this heart, and a lot of those bones that you saw earlier are beginning to kind of up and take shape.
We need to leave now.
Into what? What are the bones taking shape into?
Skeletons,
We need to leave now.
skeleton people, things, right? Different skulls, different shapes, but they are humanoid figures,
Do we want to leave the? Do we
And
want to set the
they're-
bomb off?
crude weapons.
I mean, we're right here. We have a bomb. They thought this would work. I think we should at least talk about it. I know we only have 10 seconds, but
How many?
What wasn't the
You
bomb
saw how
gonna
many
kill us, too?
crystalline figures there were. There's probably twice as many skeletons that you see beginning to take shape now, and you guys can't see the entirety of the room because it's quite quite large, and the light only goes so far.
Oh. So we fucked.
We should leave. We should start running.
Is the heart thumping less and less still, or is it like has it gone?
So it is gone. It is thumping the least amount that it will, at least for the ostensible future. It's not going less. It's not like every.
Mhm.
It's like every 2 minutes you hear thump, and then thump.
Gotcha.
So,
thump.
just out of character, essentially what I'm getting out of this is that whatever Joe did originally stopped the revivification process of the Draco Lich, but now we've restarted it, and even if it's slower, it still is
It's moving. Yeah.
happening now.
he took
Yep.
the black orb off the pedestal.
And
All right.
Yeah, he came twice, right? He took the red orb away and hit it, and then he came to take the black orb and got stoned. God fucking damn it! God damn it, guys.
Hey, those
I said
the fucking Genasi told us he left with 4
I
orbs.
said we should
No.
fucking talk about it.
We did. We tried some shit. It seemed right. We were gonna free the people.
All right,
Take the barriers down to
guns out, I start
attack the
shooting
heart.
The party. Like we're the real
right.
bad guys here.
We
Are
deserve
we-
it.
Are we moving or trying to fight a sea of skeletons?
We should run.
I don't know. We have this fucking bomb. We suck at following directions. Do we want to fucking? Do we want
I believe the bomb will. I believe the bomb will kill us. That is my primary
It sounds
concern.
like we deserve it. We suck.
Oh, panda.
I would prefer not to die.
I will stay with the bomb
I
if you
mean-
guys want to jet. I can fend off the skeletons for a long time. I'm very strong. I'm even
I'm
stronger
not
than I
I'm not
was-
necessarily
He's like I shoot a lot of
I'm even
bullets.
stronger than
I'm
I
not
was
necessarily
yesterday.
anti-bomb here either. We have fucked up.
Pop
How many minutes
Alright,
of
let's
go-
conversation do you feel like we can have before the skeletons are on us?
I mean, you guys. You're all talking fast. You have time. You're
discussed
fine.
This before, fuck. We should have
Can you
figured it
can you summon? And I turn back to
out.
Evs.
Summon your raptors to hold back the crowd while we have a conversation.
No.
Summon apes. Have one of them detonate the bomb while we run.
Doesn't there's distances with spells. It doesn't work that way. You should know this.
If we break line of sight, it doesn't affect us usually.
I will stay with the bomb if that's what we want to do.
It's like a 50-mile rate. Like you would have to wait hours in order to detonate it, though, if we
Yeah.
really wanted
Yeah.
other people to get away.
I'm really
Exactly.
strong, guys. I have so many bullets. Some would say
More just like I can't have apes detonate the bomb. Like as soon as I get a certain distance away, no more apes.
No, I'll detonate it if you guys want to go.
No, the spell lasts for as long as you maintain concentration. There's actually no range limit on your summons. You can like
It's
so
not
long
gonna,
as
this is still not going to work. It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I'm just saying, so long as you don't leave the plane, the same plane of existence, you can keep your summons. But yes, all right. Well, I'm not one to abandon team members. If you guys believe this is the right way to go, and I brandish all of my wizardry in a great flourish of fireworks. I will go down with the ship.
No,
Kitty gets a vote.
all right, let's go back to the nostril. We can always get back down here if we had to. I just think we need to talk. We probably should have talked this out. We had so much time to talk this one through, guys. I really feel like that's on us, amongst other things. Orb related things. You know what I mean.
I mean, well, can I pull magic from my blue orb? Does it enhance my like spell casting at all? Can I turn into a blue dragon?
No, you cannot turn into a blue dragon. You believe that it probably has some sort of enhancement to you, but you're not sure what that is yet, and you don't particularly have the time to figure that out.
Okay.
Let's boogie.
Let's have a
So-
practice session. Let's start sparring and see what new magical abilities our orbs are giving us.
All right. Well, so as we're running, I cast Melf's minute meteors, and I'm pulling rocks out of the earth to begin enveloping my person, ready for me to launch them at skeletons
Things.
that get too close.
So, if you guys just have started running, as of right now, the skeletons are still forming. It is a very slow process, just because of how of a weakened state this magical heart being thing is in. So, you guys could probably make it at least 2 where the neck is before any of the skeletons form.
I just,
Can we make it farther if we were able to teleport 15 feet at a time every second?
Sure.
seconds, you mean?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
How far do you teleport us?
15 feet.
Every 6 seconds.
I mean, that's
We'd
less
run
than movement
faster.
speed.
Yeah, we run.
I mean, we still
it,
needed to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it
Alright.
lands, by the way? Does it also do damage, or is it when it leaves?
No, only when it leaves.
Okay.
I also feel like did we just unleash a plague of skeletons on this world? Like,
Well, I don't know. They got to get out of here too. This is like,
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean, perhaps if we collapse the tunnel that we came in
at least
on.
deal with the ones in the nostril, right, or in the skull. Like they can.
We don't know. We don't know what's up there. We'll find out. But yeah, we can deal with those.
All right.
Look, I'll subclass in a cleric. It'll be fucking fine. God.
I am subclassed in a cleric, but I don't have that yet. There ain't no. I only took 1 level. No turn undead.
No, you need the upgraded version that just disintegrates all undead.
That would be great.
All right. So we'll say, yeah, you guys begin running. You guys are kind of weaving in and out of these skeletons as they come up little by little. We'll say that friggin' Pritos kind of kicks a skull here and there, and it goes flying, and he enjoys watching that happen. And skeletons.
In the televised version, that's where Aragorn breaks his toe when he's kicking that skull. In case you guys didn't know.
Oh,
You guys you don't know that? Okay, that's fine.
So
Let's
you break your toe then because you're now Aragorn. You said it.
continue.
So now you're hobbling over. But so you guys are running and you make it to the base of the neck where you start having to go up, and you can see the skeletons at this point have fully formed and are starting to run at you and swarm you. Luckily, there are
how
none
wide is the
where you
neck?
are. $50 feet, maybe 100. I think
Okay.
50 is probably safe.
Okay, so I begin firing meteors behind us into like center mass of the skeletons to try to blow them up as we're running.
All right.
So I have
we'll see.
6 of them. I'm
So
gonna
as-
launch 2. I'm gonna launch 2 at a time into like clusters.
So yeah, as the 2 meters get launched, you can see right at the explosion, you see bones scattering everywhere and shooting out. But as that happens, you see more start coming and climbing over the friggin' rocks that went to the ground, and they're just coming straight at you.
So it is the skelly corpses not impeding their movement at all? I mean, surely it's gonna create some difficult terrain, right?
I mean, sure, but there are so many of them. Like, yeah, the fuck. Okay, so yeah, I mean, they're being impeded, but you guys are having the same issue, right? Maybe you bought yourself a 20 seconds, but you're still at the bottom of the neck and need to go up.
Alright.
We look at F's.
We're gonna
That's where F's
teleport
come
up, but just before we teleport up, we're gonna center mass. A 20-foot radius of spike growth is gonna come up.
Oh, it's gonna cover like basically the entire neck. Nice. And skeletons are dumb, so there's no reason they would not
Yep.
walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The
this
area is now difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, they take 2d4 piercing damage.
Okay.
Or like every
So-
5 feet they move, right? So in
Yep.
theory, that should just turn the entire thing into a skeleton wood chipper.
So yeah, you do that, and you see a skeletons kind of move their way in, and some of them fall apart, some of them make it a little further. But what's happening is a lot of them are dying. But as they die, the things that are causing them to pierce kind of break off, and they get further and further. And you can also start seeing now that the ones who are dying are starting to regain their forms and turning back into skeletons.
Oh balls! We need
So
we need to flood this chamber.
you guys
Uh,
are you guys teleporting up yet or no?
Maybe some kind of bomb.
Yes, for teleporting up. I did not take tidal wave. Let's go.
So yeah, you guys start teleporting up little by little, and eventually you get, it's just like last time. You can't really see anything above you. You can't see anything below you, but you're still going, and you're going, and finally make your way towards the top area, and you can see, before you is the opening that leads to the skull, and before you are some more skeletons.
How many?
You can probably see about like 10. But-
how many meteors do I have left, or did I
I thought-
expend them all?
I thought you only used 2.
Okay, I didn't know if I would just.
You
Alright,
can have
so-
more meteors. It's fine.
I yell skeletons and I huck 2 more at them.
All right, and you see as they go, the bones, go flying again, and you see more skeletons start climbing over those.
We need to get through.
How many people could a dragon wormling carry?
Size of a dragon wormling.
Ooh.
Medium.
None.
I would say it could carry 1.
A gnome.
Okay. Then,
I mean, you can still
Peace out,
teleport with your thing,
bitches.
right?
huh?
You still have your phoenix there, right? You can still teleport.
I can still teleport, yes, but it
They-
also
they are
means
super strong though.
how high is the ceiling up here?
Where the neck is, not too high, but as you get out into the chamber of the skull, it's probably about like 80 feet high.
And then, okay, so I'm just gonna summon some giant bats and we're gonna fly out of here.
All right, and you do so.
Hold on. Yeah, just click that. It's a 3rd level. All right. Giant bats. Huzzah.
Okay. So you summon your giant bats, and you guys each, fly out of the eye sockets, and you see, the giant tower that Rodok had created, and you have 2 options. You can go over the forest and try to completely leave the forest entirely, or you can make your way down and dismount off of your bats and continue and walk back towards the druids.
I think we have to do something about the skeletons, guys.
Maybe the
Indeed.
druids can tell us what to do.
Might be too late.
They keep coming back.
So from your memory, I guess from when you guys descended into it, ostensibly the ones who are within the skull are probably going to be trapped in there for a while because they don't have the ability to particularly climb out. climbing out would have been difficult for you guys to do, and you guys have your mental faculties. That's kind of trivialized that, and you're not sure whether there's any other exits within, because you didn't continue following past where the heart was. Had no reason to.
So
Actually, I know
as,
there's at least one more exit, right? The dragon
No.
butthole.
So it's fairly contained is more what
Yeah,
you
it's
said.
fairly contained. There's also the moat of the fucking corrupted water shit
I was
that's
gonna
around
say,
it.
are like the monstrous snake things still inside the moat?
I mean, yes. I don't know if they'll care about skeletons though. They did. The little snakes did feed on the big snakes.
Why don't we just fly our way all the way back?
All right,
It's comfy.
let's go see the druids and see if they have any insight.
If you want to see the druids, you have to make your way inside, because it's too thick for you to fly within the forests.
Oh, we gotta do the walking thing, and then
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, realistically, I'm fine with hand waving getting you back there, just because you still have
an
the other,
orb.
24-hour orb. It's
Yeah.
not like you guys are, unless you guys are going to continue exploring. I mean, fair enough, but
I don't think so. We've done enough exploring
Yeah,
today.
our explorations have not been met with success. It's been, in fact, met with the opposite of success.
I said something
Alright.
was fucking weird, guys. I said the altar was built into the dragon. We just... Fuck.
Hey, Barley, I think we got those parts to get your gun upgraded.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just an idiot
Let's-
who loves guns. It's fine.
Let's go back.
I don't care about the fact that we just Armageddon this entire fucking world. It's fine.
We'll undo it.
We're very competent level 7s. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted someone to save their world, they should have found some
They
heroes that
should've
were
sent
a
someone
little higher
better
level.
than us, yeah. There are level 20s everywhere. That shitty fire wizard was a level 20. The stupid druids were a level 20. There's level 20s just scattered all over this world.
I think what we're realizing is Barley just thinks things that are level 20 when they're not.
I mean, the druids are definitively level 20, God. They fucking told us.
So, you guys, land on the other side of the shore of the moat. You activate an orb, and you make your way back to the Druid Enclave. And as you descend, you're met with a lot of questions about what transpired, what happened, whether you're successful, and things like that.
Rodak
were
explained it.
resoundingly unsuccessful. These orbs, we do have them. However, in the process of bringing them here, we appear to have awakened a large contingent of ever regenerating undead.
Just bury the lead. We reawoke the fucking Draco Lich. We did it. We fucking did it.
Can we tell them about the guy in the heart, though? Like,
There-
that
there
seems like
appeared-
important
there appeared to be a
information.
man- there appeared to be a man trapped inside. By all accounts, nigh immortal, as we did test that with some of the standard pew-pews.
As you say that, you see Doyley's face go white. She says, well, I told you that we had an agreement with the council and with Latherton. And from time to time, we would, lead expeditions and guard the heart. The thing that set everything off was, at one point, those who we led from King Latherton's army decided to draw their weapons upon the druids that led them to the heart for inspection. And one of them began his ritual for reawakening the heart. We didn't realize how involved that ritual was.
What does that mean?
This was great information for us to know before, by the way. Fuck. God damn it, Nightstand. What the fuck?
I
Bury
didn't
the
think
lead.
that I didn't think that the
You didn't
ritual
think
for
of shit.
reawakening the heart was going to be relevant for your
You
your
didn't
task
think
of
that
finishing
the
Jode's.
ritual to do a thing to to do a thing that we were trying to undo was relevant to the task that we were trying to undo. What?
Wait,
I put the bomb on the ground. I'm ready. Just fucking give me the
We-
word.
we were not aware of what the ritual was. All of our attempts to siege the heart were unsuccessful.
Why? It was really easy.
I imagine it was after Jode was able to bring his contingency in and at least put a stop to it.
I think he just made fun of us.
What of Jode?
Jode
He's
is
a bit
no more.
dusty.
Fine.
That motherfucker should have written something down.
No,
That's what of Jode.
he's fine. No issue. He is some kind of stone material, we'll say. We can say stone material inside. I'm sure he'll be back someday to sing his stupid fucking song.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Stone dust is still stone. It's in the word.
I
Felix.
jiggled my vial of Jode dust.
This is on us, guys. We need to ask more questions of stupid fucking people that we interact with who can't tell us the whole goddamn story.
I will say, to be fair, she would not have been able to tell you what the ritual was.
She could have
That
said
reawoken the
there was
heart.
a ritual. We
No,
probably
but she
said
let us in the same way about the gems as or about it. We were set up.
This is Odoron's fault. We all became reliant on him because he was our liaison with the council.
True.
Yep.
Guys, can we huddle up? Can we have a quick huddle?
Oh,
up?
Odoron is still passed out, by the
No
way,
one
in
cares.
case you guys were
Let's have
wondering.
a quick huddle up, guys. So what do we do now? We have these gems. Or we have these orbs. What do we do? Who's got a lead?
Let's go to
Like-
Zynar and find the one consort. Maybe. What did we say that one was the white one?
White dragon.
Mhm,
Yeah, no,
mhm.
cyber dragon.
Yeah.
We call him.
So your orb, when we get close, might pulsate and let us know. Maybe we can figure out what the hell.
Yeah, but what does that? What does
Maybe
it
you
tell
also saw
us?
a vision.
Yeah, what does that tell us though? Like, what does that do for us?
Maybe by their powers combined.
A lot of our side quests were for Zynar, and I believe they have machine guns there.
Okay, perfect. So we'll.
Once you guys
Jack
get to Zynar, though, he's not going to want to go
Yeah,
to
no,
anywhere
I'm done.
else.
That's the end of my quest. Personally.
I think at this point we do need guidance from something
Something. Yeah, what is the plan?
more
guys?
ancient.
Well, you know what? The
Uh,
king asked us to go there too, didn't he? From the beginning.
That's immaterial. We're enemies of the state now.
Well, no, but the king and the council are two different entities.
Oh no, they're mad at both entities are mad at us though for separate but yet similar reasons.
No, I don't think the king is mad at us yet. I mean, we just didn't.
Oh, we absolutely
You guys-
missed the appointment that we were supposed to go for.
Also, you guys did just learn that, it was the king's men who started this ritual.
Oh,
Yeah, so by all accounts, it could be the king creating a problem to solve. At which point we would be in an ill position to be associating with him as someone aiding his endeavor.
okay.
As you guys are huddled up, you hear the pitter patter of feet as something runs towards you, and you see Blode run to you, and he says, "You're being jarred."
In a
know.
manner of speaking.
You just
I take
hear
the
a
vial
massive
out of my pocket.
exasperated sigh.
I take the vial out of my pocket. Yeah, no, he's right here.
That no Jode.
Oh, little that you know, friend. Jode said
Jode.
he's gonna wait in the Draco Lich Head. He said it's real nice there. He's got a nice little apartment set up. It's a nice one bedroom. It's very pleasant. He said that
Very spacious.
he said that he loves you. Maybe he loves you, and he hopes to be reunited with you and the other 5 members of your family someday. Four members of your family.
What? What? Russian speak.
Blowed, blowed, rode, growed, and woed.
You killed Jared?
I don't know how
No.
you got. Hold on. How did you get to that from what I? Well, obviously not. He is
Killed is a
definitively
very
not dead. He is
Where, Jared?
living inside the Draco Lich. You're not listening to me, Blowed.
Why's the
Why's what? I can't understand your accent.
why's the
Why
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 did
did he
it's
stay?
so nice there, Blowed. It's wonderful.
It's no nice. I've been there. It's no nice.
It's nice now. You should go.
Did you go all the way to the butthole? If you go past the heart to the butthole, it's
To the sphincter.
beautiful. Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
It's safe. I go now.
It's
It
very
is
not
safe. It's
You know,
wonderful.
these guys are all going to be murdered by a skeleton soon anyway, so sure.
It's
Hello.
wonderful. Yeah, no, right now he's waiting for you. I wouldn't do that. I'm not a
Roll. Roll deception.
I'm not a bad person. I wouldn't do that. It's not safe. It's safe in the Draco Lich because Joe's there and we solved all the problems. However, it's not safe getting there. Right, so you should stay here.
Roll
until we-
deception.
I mean, it's not safe getting there.
No, it's safe in the Draco
It's safe. Here we go. Watch. I'll prove it. 7.
I mean, it's safe if you're another skeleton.
Let's be honest. Blowed is an idiot, so I think a 7 is more than enough to convince him in his tiny.
Blowed believes you are lying.
I put the bomb down
Oh,
again.
God.
Guys, I'm gone.
Oh, I have. So when you put the bomb down again, I turn to the druids. This artifice construct. Are you able to study it and possibly adjust the strength of the blast
And the length of the fuse.
and the length of the fuse?
Like the fuse. With that, Doily grabs it and she brings it, or she calls for Wendy, who comes over to study it, and she says she will see what she can do and takes it over to her little workshop area. And then she turns around and she asks, "But by the way, did you get anything from the or did you find any information from the two who went out to find the parts?"
They're
Um,
also fine. They have a nice little apartment in the village.
There was nobody but Grung. Here's the parts, and there was a room, the bag in the middle, and a hell of a lot of blood and claw marks and stuff. It's about all we
I
can
looks at
figure
you
out.
confused, and then she says, "What did the bag look like?"
They had a hole, and I pull out the bag. There's a hole in it. I don't believe it's useful.
She kind of looks at the bag, and she's recounting her story. She goes, "Have you guys heard of the Bagman?"
Yes.
I don't believe so.
Yes, I suddenly need to swap out one of my spells for daylight.
So she tells you the story of the Bagman. She recounts to you the story of a nice village that was on the outskirts of the Heart, and the person who was creating bags of holding in order to help feed the Bagmen, and that he was supposed to have stopped in creating these bags. He traded his life for such a promise, but he recanted on that promise.
Motherfucker, I swear to God. Are you kidding me?
But
I got it back into
just-
time and kill.
just desserts are, kind of comedic in a sense. He was grabbed himself and brought before the, I guess, king of the Bagmen. He himself was turned into one forever doomed to roam between bags. And
You know,
they have
I am actually pretty okay with that. What was his name?
the name was not passed on to the druids themselves. They just know him as the bag creator, the bagman.
All right, well, what you miss is that the motherfucker that we told to stop making, that promised us he would stop making bags of holding, recanted on his promise, and he just kept making bags of holding.
Fuck, let's go back in time. And I
That's
think
what I
as our characters, Manbat for sure would follow up, right? To make sure that he was keeping up with that shit. We need a side quest with these characters.
Time to bring back Tophelia.
So you also missed that he was turned into a bagman eventually.
That was his punishment.
For
He
making
was brought
bags.
in front of the king of the bagmen,
The Bag King.
Bag King. So, again, this bag is non-magical, not a bag of holding. With a
Well,
hole in it.
not anymore. It was destroyed, as we are taught to do.
That's why there's a hole in it.
It seems that their last act of consciousness before their demise was to slice open the bag.
Hmm.
We talk about how they destroyed a bag of holding with anything.
You can rip open a bag of holding.
Can
You
you?
just take a knife and do it. Yeah.
Aren't they
Yeah,
magical?
and then all the contents come out.
So, if we patched this bag, would it be a bag of holding again,
No.
or is it done?
No, it's done. It has to be imbued with magic properties again.
If we had an artificer.
Do you know any place that has artificers? Perhaps if we could weaponize these bagmen, we can use them to take care of this undead menace that we
We talked
are.
about that last time
continuing.
too.
That,
This is not the plan.
Bagmen do not feed on the undead. They
This
feed
is the
on
same thing as
those who are
weaponizing
alive.
Tiamat. Fuck guys, like two bads don't make a good. Why don't we focus on summoning something good to kill fucking the heart?
Well, good is a very relative concept, right?
No,
We
it's
thought
not.
the king was
Tiamat and Bagman. Who is on the other side of the fucking spectrum? It's not that fucking gray.
All right. The bagman is not going to get us anywhere. We need to figure out next course of action. Or
Can you
side
send
quest
us-
it up.
The
Can you
answer to the
send us
question
to the
about
tree?
artificers is Zynar.
I was gonna say, can you send us through the trees to Zynar so we do not have to spend time traveling?
We cannot, mainly because they are corrupted, and it seems
Where
that
did it come
with
from?
whatever happened in there has made them even more volatile. I would
All
be
right.
careful on your way out.
So, did we give you enough parts to make an orb last longer or forever so that you can give us one of those so we can get out?
Do you
She
have a
ca- she
druidic
calls-
arc reactor?
She calls to Wendy, who takes the parts from you and begins work on a better orb. And she tells
Yeah.
you it'll take a week.
We're hanging out here for a week, killing boars.
Yeah, Odoron should be better by then, right?
So while you're waiting, Odoron dies.
Shit.
Well,
No. But yeah, so she says it'll take a week. You can wait the week, obviously you're welcome, but they can give you they can give you 2 more charged orbs and you can, take your chances leaving the forest otherwise.
Could
No.
we? Would it be possible for us to clear the trees vertically, and then just fly out of this forest?
I mean, I think we should wait for the orbs because now we're going to be encountering all kinds of shit all over the world because of when this
So-
fucking thing comes about.
The druid tells you of a clearing that's probably about a day's journey north. There's no trees. It's it's, there used to be a lot of flowers and things growing within it, but it would be possible to leave the trees that way by flight.
I think that's probably our fastest way out of this cursed forest.
Or I mean,
I still think we should wait for the orbs, though.
I like waiting the week out. We can learn some things here. Probably can get rid of that level of exhaustion.
But in
No,
a
they'll stay
week's
up the whole time.
I would
But
never
in
sleep
a
around
week's
the
time.
clocks.
in a week's time, where will we be as far as the undead finding their way out of the Draco Lich's butthole?
All
The
right.
Draco butt, as it were.
I mean, the only reason we didn't stay there and detonate that bomb in the first place is because we thought that we had time. If it turns out that they get here by then fuck it, just shoot the bomb off, nuke everything.
Reroll your character.
We might survive. You never know. Duck and cover.
All
I
right.
mean, we're also not of this world, so it's entirely possible that maybe we don't register as living to the bomb.
Yeah, you guys actually set up the bomb and it creates a time space continuum, and you guys are booted back into what's her name's chamber in Seth's world.
Oh, I
I
didn't like that place. They didn't like magic too much, and there wasn't a lot of
True.
trees. This
Except
is
Jode would be dust, so I guess he'd become back as a vial of dust.
I mean,
It
Maybe.
would reconstitute him. You know, nothing can ever be matter can't be destroyed.
just
It's-
add a couple drops of water, right? You just got to rehydrate them. All right, so
But we wait the week.
All right, so as you're waiting the week, you guys learn a few things about the corruption of this place. You learn that it specifically, seeks out living things, and it tries to go from the inside out, so to speak. So you don't realize that it's affecting you until well into it's well into the process. The druids have found a way, as they told you before, to stave that off and reverse the process. So luckily, with you guys staying a week, more than likely, any sort of contamination you guys have felt in this forest has been staved off.
Hey, we were in quarantine long enough. All right.
good
Except for
decisions were
Odoron.
made.
Except for
You
Odoron. For
guys-
some reason I could not reverse it in Odoron.
We'll say you share your visions with the druids and learn a few other things.
Oh.
Ba, ba, ba.
See,
Where
staying
is
a
the
week was a
map?
good thing.
Map. All right. So, with that, they start, telling you of their knowledge of different lands from those that they have spoken with. You learn.
Fog of War.
It's gone.
Ka-ba-ba-ba-da.
Yeah, I know those people.
Sinar, I see it. The Promised Land.
Okay. I think that's
Bulletopia.
all right. So you learn a few things. Number one, so yeah, obviously you guys know where Zynar is, and that's where presumably the White Dragon resides. You learn that the tower on an island is actually within the Misty Strait on the way towards Milnar. You learn that there happens to be a few different tribes, but a large congregation of lizard folk who reside in the swamps of Milnar.
Oh, I know those people. They're dicks.
Hey.
You said they're not your people.
All
Learn
people are
that a long time ago there were a lot of Leonin tribes that kind of were around the area that would be, Evans watching back and forth. They were driven from these lands and they found solace way past the mountains in the top left. And that is where the Leonin tribes primarily reside currently.
So
Is there another dragon that you guys learned of? Green, white,
Yeah,
black.
I mean,
Red.
I'm just interested in the blue tower. So
Yeah. Oh, and then the red one is obviously somewhere here.
Wait, where did you click?
So I mean, somewhere around here, right? It was summoned by the
Gotcha.
fire bitches.
Gotcha. Yep. So if I look at this and we do this pragmatically, we go to mine midhoof, catch a boat to across the Misty Strait to the island. Hit up a dragon there. Go to Milnar, hit up a dragon there. Go up top left, hit a dragon there, and then we cut over to the evil Sinar.
I literally fucking hate everything that you said. We could go the opposite. We could just do the opposite of what you just said and get a machine gun first.
But if we get you the machine gun, what's to keep you on mission?
Nothing.
Don't I mean, don't forget, right? There were side quests that you guys had here. I mean, there was shit that was going on Evans Watch. There's also, this little area with those cool crystals, and they promised to, possibly help power you guys up if you brought them back to Latherton.
That's true. That skeleton mine was probably still definitely in operation.
We've leveled up then now, so we should be
I'm
able to
sure the
handle it.
skeletons have also leveled up.
Can you mark the dragon locations on the map? Is that possible?
Nope.
I wrote it down.
So I mean, I leave it up to you guys what you want to do first.
We should go to Evans Watch first. It's right fucking there.
Yes, let's do that. Agreed.
Was that where we still need to like track down the black cloaked figures at the thing? Was that the side we got?
Yeah,
know
that's,
the
that's definitely still a thing.
Know the quest that we're going to go do. Like, why are we going there?
And
I also think we have to figure out what this does. Like we still don't know what we're trying to do. Yeah, we have.
Oh, that's right. The red dragon's up there, so we can go like tame that.
Is there not a white dragon in my little shit? Really?
We have these clues, but we don't know what to do with them.
We obviously need to each gain a power of a dragon.
And then do what with it? Yeah, what is that?
Voltron! You combine!
And then we Voltron and form Captain Planet Dragon.
The Mechazord.
Just like our old mechanical dragons we used to have, but this time it's us. We're the dragon.
Alright, we go to Evans Watch. We fly there.
So first you guys are going to the clearing, yeah?
Yes.
With our so can we clarify what does a powered up orb do and mean? Is it just have a longer charge or like what?
I mean, we do have a shitload of time, so.
Yeah. So we'll say the powered up orb allows you to actually turn it on and off, and also lasts for a total of 48 hours. So you don't have to immediately use all the expenditures of it.
Yeah, just when we see Grung and need it, so we don't waste it.
Oh, yeah.
It's tactical.
Wait, and we get 2 of them?
Nope.
Just one.
There were enough pieces. There were enough pieces to make like 3 or 4 of those, and they need a lot more for themselves. So they'll give you 1.
I mean, they're going to be overrun soon anyway.
More? Tell us what you are accomplishing for this fucking universe that you need more fucking orbs. Please. Please defend yourself. Because if not, I'm going to start murdering all of you, and we're going to fucking take the orbs. The fate of the universe demands it. Joe told me before he turned to stone dust that we need more orbs. He said you would give them to us.
That.
I nod.
I'll just turn him. When did you speak to Joe?
God damn it, you're the smartest dumb person I know.
We can spare 1 orb. I don't think you'll need more than 1 orb for your adventures anyway.
We're leaving here. It's fine. It's upsetting to say that you need it more than us. That's what triggered me.
We have to gather supplies. It's not like we are self-sustaining down here. And now that we seem to have lost our Jode contingency, we need to find new ways to hopefully resolve this issue.
Anyway, good luck. Good luck with the skeletons.
Thanks for that. We appreciate all that you've done.
Was that sarcastic? I feel
If we
like
had
that
more
was a little
information, We
sarcastic.
could have made a better fucking decision.
We didn't have any more information. We
have
thought that you
more.
could have gathered it based on knowing Jode.
Does anyone really know Jode?
Also, we barely knew him. It was like 2 weeks. Fuck. Like, getting a lot of credit. You guys probably knew him longer than we did.
This is entirely the fault of the people who decided to summon us here in the first place.
Well,
We told
no,
them.
right? They,
We
they,
told
they
them.
decided to summon you to sacrifice you.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Joke's on them. We turned those tables. Now your entire world is fucked. Bye. Actually, yeah. Fuck the dragons. Let's just go figure out a way to go back to our own universe.
Yeah. Yeah, why have we not put an emphasis on that? I hate these people.
Well, I think originally the emphasis was on you guys locating Jode and possibly Craig in order to go back with the full party.
Well, now
All
one
right,
of those two
Craig.
things is done. So, alright guys, we gotta find Craig.
I heard he was like a warlock patron for a minute.
Yeah, only for a little bit, and then that got undone.
All right. So we're going to Evan's Watch. Is that it? Red Dragon, and then that other little side quest over there with the skellies.
All right.
That-
Yep.
So
We do it.
so we
you
did.
guys leave the Druid Enclave and you begin going towards the direction, which is the little clearing, so you can use the bats to fly away.
Bats, not owls. Bats.
We wish Odoron our best on the way out, I guess.
I leave a very touching note to Odoron, thanking him for getting us to where we are. And
Thank you for nothing.
I burn a picture of my face into his chest.
That seems incredibly rude.
I'm
It
writing that
cauterizes
down. If Seth decides to join again, that's definitely canon.
Wait, he didn't have any like cool like armor or shit we could take, right?
We
You
tried-
can't
we-
take
we tried-
anything.
we
You're
tried
not
this
taking
already.
anything.
This failed before.
But maybe it will work this time because he would have forgotten.
Nope.
Oh yeah, we got the sending zone for the council though. That's what we got. Okay, well.
Face of ass. Is it his chest or are you putting it in his butt cheek?
Oh, nice butt cheek. That's even better.
But how would he see it if it's on his butt?
Exactly. That's
That makes it
exactly-
better. Because
Someone's
then he
gotta
won't
tell
know
him.
about it, and then all of a sudden, right, he's gonna meet with
Yeah.
you guys again and be like, "Yo, how's your ass?" He'd be like, "What?" All right. All right. So, you guys attempt to take, shit from Odoron, and you are compelled against your will not to. Although you are able to get the Sending Stone. I don't know if you guys want to talk to Council, whatever.
No.
You guys begin going towards the clearing, and we'll say that, I don't know, unless you guys want to fight them, you use probably like an hour's worth of charge on the pumped up orb that you guys have. Okay.
Okay. I'm amenable to that.
All
I
right.
assume we're also keeping the bomb with ourselves.
Well, I, don't
I
know
thought
if
you
she-
gave it to them to look over.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
say
get-
she
I
wasn't
wanted
done
to
with it
handle-
yet.
We're just
We
gonna
can-
leave it there.
I mean, here's the thing: we don't need to carry it with us because
We know where to get it.
It's a prop for a comedy. That's important.
Yeah, what is Barley gonna do now?
I like to give it to people or drop it. It's fine.
Well, it's getting some upgrades.
yeah, maybe like a remote detonator.
Or say kitty.
I say yeah.
Or
50-mile
like-
remote detonator would be just really key. Like just
It'd be very ideal. It's almost like possibly the council should have thought of that.
I mean,
Except they need to absorb souls in order to make it work.
that's new.
what?
That's not new. That was explained to you.
We don't remember all.
That
the
was
options.
the whole idea. The idea is that they summoned you in order to help power it. It needs souls of people in order
They
to
couldn't find five
basically-
random weirdos
weirdos to fucking crawl down in a dragon's mouth. They had
You
to
you are the
summon-
you are the random weirdos. That was the whole idea.
You also had to be strong enough to like get there and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they wanted to summon people from outside of their world to do it. That was the whole shtick. They didn't want to use their own people,
Yeah, so they're yes.
which
Okay.
I guess is ironic since they sacrificed a lot of people in Blood Ritual to do it. But we'll gloss over that.
Only.
If you guys ever watch Stargate SG-1, was it SG-1 or Atlantis? I don't know. There's an episode where they figure out how to like draw unlimited power from another universe, and then they find out the people in that universe are actually like really fucking pissed that they're doing this. Anyway, it's a whole thing.
That does sound like SG-1 actually. Actually, that's 100% SG-1.
Yeah. Good times.
All right. So as you guys are heading towards the clearing, let's get some perception rolls.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
do
supposed to be
more
able to do
fun
that, but I never can.
Hey, that's the Urkin curse.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Oh. You're better
Now
than
that,
me.
now that Joe's dead, all ties to Urkin are gone. Perception is back on the table.
All right. So Rodok and F's, you're feeling a little uneasy as you guys are on the trail. It's weird because you think that you're being followed, but you're not sure how because you keep turning the orb on and off, right? So you're just confused because you would assume that it would be the Grung following you, but since you turn the orb on, it doesn't make sense to you.
Okay.
Ritos,
This is on the way to the clearing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You notice that we are actually being followed.
You notice that there seems to be something that's hovering just outside of your view, and it's kind of weird to you because right, that you guys can't fly because it's so congested and crowded, and the trees just have overgrown a lot. But there's something that's flying around between branches and everything else, following you.
Oh, that little motherfucker. Man, I don't. Okay, so what I'm gonna do? Oh God, do I want to do this? Oh no. I'm gonna go whisper to Barley.
Oh
I'm gonna
no!
go whisper to him the location of this thing that I think that it is, and see if he can hit whatever it is. Because I'm not like a sharpshooter.
All right.
I just want. I don't know.
Either am I.
I don't have another way of like I don't know getting whatever this thing is. I think. So if you want to shoot whatever this thing is I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye, you're more than welcome to. I feel like
I try to shoot it.
maybe this is a bad idea.
I take my rifle out.
All right. Do you shoot it?
Shoot it. Yeah.
I need because you don't really see it, so I need disadvantage, but I need a roll.
Okay, so I'm going to use my rifle, which does not use sharpshooter. So. Wow, really bad first roll. Great. Wow, plus 10, and I got a 12 and a 15.
So, yeah, you shoot in that direction, and you don't really hit anything, and you kind of look at Pritos and be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Do I still see? Do I still see anything over there?
I mean, you believe there's something flying around in that general direction still, but you don't specifically see anything.
What the fuck are you shooting at?
I did.
Just hunting.
Cat thought he saw something, but I don't think there's anything there.
Oh my god. Laser pointer?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just I'll keep my
Shooting a 5, by the way.
yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
as a druid, can I grow catnip?
I
I'm
mean,
gonna say no because I don't believe you would know what that is.
Okay.
I mean, I'll let it be for now, but I'm gonna keep an eye, and if I see it still around there by the time we get to the clearing, I might do something.
All right, and you guys continue towards the clearing, and while you're on the way, you see strangely what looks like a little path off to the side. And oh yeah, there's a path off to the side. And straight, you follow the path. What do you do?
Follow the path.
Oh, fuck the path.
Yeah, no. In every RPG, you gotta
Yeah,
do the side
always
stuff
do
before
the
you
side
go to the
quests.
the big red marker for
I
your
wanna
main
be
quest.
so over leveled for the main boss. That is a joke.
So,
Nice.
as you guys follow this, this path, it starts turning into cobblestone, which looks very strange to you. Can you get a perception check from everyone?
Hopefully this goes better. Ugh.
It's okay. I know what's up.
All right. Pretos and Barley believe this is the strangest thing ever because why the fuck would there be cobblestone in the middle of
Fuck, we had
the,
to roll
the
a perception
forest?
check to know that.
Hold on. You believe that it's possibly magical in nature, and I will give you each the opportunity to roll an Arcana check, or you can ask one of the magical inclined people to do it for you.
Rodok, please, for the love of God, roll an Arcana check.
Please.
Well, can I do? I mean, if I
Don't
hear
fucking
this,
suck. Yeah.
Fs, please
You,
roll.
you can assist if that's what you're gonna ask.
I was gonna cast detect magic, so I knew what school of magic it was.
Oh yeah, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah,
'Cause I can
obviously
ritual
my
cast
AC better
that.
than yours, Pretos.
I mean, you tell Rodok whatever you want to tell him first, then.
Rodok believes 100% there's something magical going on,
Oh, thank
and
you.
that this is not
Pointless
natural in
rolls.
any way, shape, or form.
Detect magic, then, yes, sir.
Do that.
So yeah, if you're gonna use detect magic, and you realize that there is illusory magic going on, and the point of origin is coming from along the path that is before you.
This shit's an illusion. Doesn't look
Follow the
like.
cobblestone road.
And the point of origin's up ahead. How far does burning hands go? $15 feet.
Yeah, it's not that big.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right?
We
Yeah.
find a hag hut and then we get fucked.
Yeah, I mean, how far are we from the clearing? Pretty close, right?
You're probably like 20 more minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes. I was gonna say we could just
Alright.
like sprint and take off on our.
Oh, we
path.
know what's going on, so let's just continue down the path.
Wait, the illusory path, or
Yeah. Now, do you guys still want it? Not, we know that this is fake. Do we want to see where this goes or no?
Yes. I can't possibly be the only one that wants one
No, I want
that wants to know where this goes.
All right, then lead the way, Rodok.
Can I make perception checks the entire time while I'm doing this?
oh no,
This
do I
concept called
skip?
passive perception.
Yes, I passively perceive the entire time we're doing these.
Active passive perception. You get a +5 bonus.
Okay. So as you guys continue down this path, you see through the trees a large mushroom hut.
Yeah, hag hut.
Wait, mushrooms. Eps knows about this.
Oh, yeah.
So you see this large mushroom hut, and there's a whole bunch of little flowers and stuff like that growing outside of it, and it is looks very welcoming. But you, at least the two of you who are magically inclined, believe that this is also illusory.
I was gonna say the detect magic's up for 10 minutes. So, is it illusory?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you see past the illusion?
No, it does. This just allows me to see if there's any magic and what school of magic it is. It can penetrate most barriers and is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead.
Oh, he had a map prepared. That's not good.
Yeah. Well, we're about to fight some shit. That is the classic rule of D&D.
When there's a map.
It's
All
like when you're
right.
playing a video game and you come across like a big circular or square area that has nothing else around it. Boss fight time.
No,
So-
that's the room of ammo is usually.
Within the doorway to this little mushroom hut is a pixie. And it talks to you as you guys start approaching, and it says, "Welcome."
Now,
As-
You sound
as
like
as a member of the Feywild, do I recognize what kind of demeanor this pig's like? I guess history of the pigs. No, nature of the pixie. There we go. Like, are we getting like deceived? Is he are they
So-
gonna play stupid tricks on us?
So you believe, based on, well, I guess if you and are you and F's working together on discerning this pixie?
Yes.
I have a +6 to nature. I feel.
Yeah, it's illusory.
The pixie's
He's
fake.
illusory.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. All right. Show us your true face. We know this whole thing is it looks nice, but let's talk face to face. It's not polite to lie to guests.
What?
And
what do you mean?
I subtly try to slip in the call for guest rights.
The pixie kind of rubs its fingers along its face, kind of considering, and says, I'm not sure what it is you mean."
We know all of this, and I gesture in a large sweeping circle. This is all illusory magic. Why don't we speak to the real you?
Who is in the front?
Praetos. Always. Always. The answer to that question is always Praetos.
I realistically
Britos.
probably my
Oh, and you?
If we're
I'm
talking,
realistically
we're
probably
talking
my-
over his shoulder. Like,
It's
That
like
seems-
crouch behind me, like holding on my can.
it seems like in the interest of me trying to have a polite conversation, it seems like it wouldn't make sense if I'm like talking from under the Catman's armpit.
I'd say we'd be like side by side, so you can take your pick of who.
All right.
I just
Side by
threw-
side. That's
I
fair.
just-
I'll take that. I need a perception check from, we'll say, both of you.
Yeah.
There's no way this can keep going well. Yeah, there it is.
13's not bad. Don't give him that fuel.
All right. So with the 13, Pretos, you realize that Rodok is very close to being under attack.
What?
We're gonna just immediately before you guys, you see that the illusion itself ends, and you are now here. You guys are about right here.
Oh, shit. Let's
Drag
too
a
zoomed in.
token.
Where did you click?
Fuck, there we go.
Rodok ready to Rodok.
All right, from now on, we're not following any special path, hidden thing, side quest.
We're
I
gonna
asked.
we're gonna miss the chest.
I
full of
asked.
Vorpal-
Everyone was like, "Oh, let's go fucking go down it."
We're gonna miss the chest full of Vorpal swords. That one time we don't do it. So
Oh, I like the dead family over in the corner there.
And all the dead guardsmen in the bottom left, yeah.
Yeah, you know the dead people that fell for this illusion before. So Pretos, you're able to understand that there's something that is about to fuck up Burdoc's day.
Is it coming like from in front of us? Does it come from the side? Like,
It
do I
is
know what
coming
direction?
from the left, or I guess from south of Rodok.
South of Rodak. So do I have the ability to like react to this?
You have enough time to tell him.
or possibly use his ability to make me awesome.
That is the main reason why I brought this up. So as it ends,
Oh, Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
is that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll use my reaction to warding maneuver.
What is? It's wrinkly like my balls.
We have one extra AC. There you go, bud. Good luck.
Yeah, AC 13 because I didn't mage armor. All right.
Hold on. They changed the way these bots work, and I'm not pleased about it.
Not Fred Boat.
Yeah, they changed Fred Boat. I don't like it.
Uh-oh.
Skip, please. No, skip this one. Haha! Okay.
So my question, I guess, is: was it standing there this entire time, or did it
Yes.
approach me?
It was standing there.
So I guess like the way that this
Just
skill
teleporting
works
away.
is the way that this skill works is he has to like literally be hit by an attack first, and then I can use my reaction to stop it. So if this thing does attack him, I guess we can say that this is what I'm gonna
Oh,
do.
it definitely is. So we're gonna say like
Okay.
you noticed as it began attacking. So
Gotcha. Oh, but here's the bonus though, is that even if it does hit you, you do have resistance to the attack damage, so you will take less damage.
All right. So for the 21, I'm going to Silvery Barbs. If you need that as a reference point.
So
Roll back.
I'm also gonna say, as soon as it appears, before the silvery barbs, as it attacks and you notice it, I need all of you to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, please.
Boy, is this a spell?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
God damn it.
Meet you beat. Yeah.
So all of you who failed are frightened for 1 round.
Ugh.
So essentially, it coming out of the illusion, like it being big and fucking scary, spooked the fuck out of you.
Got me. And I re-roll.
The attack that hit.
Re-roll that 21 to a crit fail.
Oh, you can choose what it is. Oh, you
could-
rolled.
I rolled a 1 on that rolling d20.
All right, fair enough. All right, so it misses you with both attacks, and with that, let's go ahead and roll some initiative, guys.
I like initiative.
All right, Ritos, Fs. Product. Okay, and with that, Mendicus, Pritos, you're up.
Well, I'm frightened. Does that just mean I can't move near him? Essentially, this isn't the like.
Yeah,
basic where I
so
gotta
you
run
can
away.
you can roll another Wisdom saving throw right now.
Oh, nice.
It's also fucking.
Oh.
Okay. You have to use your
Um,
movement to go as far away, as far as your movement speed is away from him.
Well, see ya. I remember what my movement is. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's not the right button. Yoink.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Fs, you're up.
It ends
okay.
that. It's only one round though, right? So
Hey,
after
no,
that-
it's over. You're no longer frightened.
Okay.
Okay.
After you run away, you're just like, wait, what the fuck? It's just a giant thing. I can kill it.
Okay. My bonus action is my Cinder's going to come out right next to
I really need to make you a token for this.
Fritos. You're going to need another token in a second.
Wait, what?
You'll see.
I say this every time we play. I'm like, I need to make a token, and then I forget.
You just
I'm
need
sorry.
19. You just need 1990s Jean Grey Dark Phoenix as the token.
Well, I need to specifically give one to him that's in here that I can give to him so he can place it out. That's what I need. So I don't have to worry about doing it. F save. Okay, you can control it until where it goes.
So that it came out near Pritos. Pritos, unfortunately, you're going to need to make a deck save.
Oh, I can do that for sure.
Oh my god.
10?
Okay. You failed. It's fine.
Wait, is it a spell?
No.
All right, that doesn't matter. I have
It's
advantage on
flame-
spell save.
It's flames for him just showing up.
Yes.
Plus my proficiency, so you took 7 damage. I'm sorry.
Plus the mushroom. Wait, no, you didn't do it after you rested. Never mind.
And no, the mushroom wouldn't have given damage on that one. Remember, it said the mushrooms don't do damage. It's all about my DCs. Oh, my
Oh
spell
yeah,
save
you're right.
DC
You're right. You're
and
right. That's
Um,
why I liked it because it was more than just damage.
Yep. But I'm gonna resolve Cinder first before I do my actual turn.
Mhm.
Pritos, you're teleported 15 feet closer to the thing. That way you don't have to use all of your movement to get up there.
I appreciate
And I am going to cast Conjure Animals. And can I get a token for a Silver Dragon Wormling?
Only beasts, sir.
What?
Only beasts.
That's
Oh,
not
I
a
assure
beast?
you. You know, it's a dragon. Or I assure you, I would have been conjuring dragons with Knobsterd all day, every day.
Okay, so then Giant Constrictor. Can I get a snake?
Just one.
Just one. CR2.
It's a very like non-threatening snake.
I mean,
Okay, you have control
It's
of it, so I
huge.
don't know where you put it, but go for it.
I mean, I know what you're
I-
saying.
the-
I'm just saying the
Oh, I see. Yeah, the actual token is not, non-threatening.
I thought snake as first thing came up. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to use the constrict move. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is your damage, and then I'm gonna need a.
Josh, can we expand that icon for that snake to really accentuate its awesomeness?
huge. There you go.
Yeah.
Now that is a fucking snake.
There we go. It just doesn't say hit. It's 2d4 plus 10. All right, so let's just do that. Or 2d8. Oh, whoopee! It took 6 damage, bludgeoning damage.
Roll double one.
Oh, and the target is grappled. So if you want to escape, it's a DC
it doesn't-
16.
It doesn't get to make a saving throw against that. It just is grappled.
If you want to escape, it's a DC 16. Until the grapple ends, the creature is restrained, and the snake can't constrict another target.
It's fun when the enemies are doing it, right? So that's normally an enemy. So they
Yep.
This is fine. All right. Anything else you got?
That's all I have.
All right. That brings us to Rodok.
is the
All
enemy
right.
restrained by the snake?
Yes, he is restrained.
I like that.
All right, so attack rolls have advantage. And he has disadvantage in attacking me, so I'm just going to risk it. Take your target attack of opportunity.
It's restrained.
Yeah, did you? I mean, yes, but he's disadvantaged. I figured. Pretty good chance of me not getting hit.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
get hit.
All right, so as I am settled in, I'm going to cast haste on Barley.
Oh fuck yeah! I am infused. Uh-oh.
Did you
AC
fail? You failed your wisdom earlier, though, right?
I did. That's okay. I can shoot from really far away. It's fine.
And then because
Go ahead.
But on Barley's turn, doesn't he get to make a roll or?
Yeah,
no?
he does. He has a chance for it, but yeah.
so which brings me up to my next thing. Supplemental function, because I don't ever use it. So before the start of my next turn, the chosen creature can roll a d6 and add that to an attack roll or saving throw of its choice.
Oh,
Oh, man,
nice.
murder this thing. I don't know
It's like a
what it
better
is.
guidance.
Yep.
Is that
Uh,
a wait? What level spell is that?
It's not. It's a class feature. It's just I have to expend a slotted spell to get that targets a single creature.
Oh, I
activated.
see. That's okay. I was supposed to say like that is such a better guidance, but I get it.
It's more expensive guidance.
Yeah.
And then bonus action, I'm going to Fey Gift and temp HP myself plus Pretos. So that is going to be Hospitality 1d6 plus proficiency bonus. What the hell is our proficiency bonus now? Still 3?
3.
So we gain 7 temp HP.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
That's exactly what he. That's what he. lost
Harley,
from
you're
the
up.
Fiery teleportation hit.
Right, so I roll first.
First, yeah, roll to see if you are broken out of frightened.
Plus
Meets it beats.
1d6.
If you need it.
14.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, you're no longer frightened.
Right, I am
Shoot the fuck out of this
still
thing.
gonna shoot you back up, because fuck that noise. And I'm hasted, so I'm going to take 5 attacks with advantage.
Okay.
And here we go. So I'm gonna do it with advantage always. So 21.
I'm gonna be right back because I gotta pee while all this is happening.
5 for the second one. 19 for the third one. 28 for the fourth one.
Jesus Christ.
17 for the fifth one.
They all hit.
My God. Oh boy.
Alright, hold on. Let me do
An
something
action
here.
surge to do it again.
Hold on. I have so much here. I'm sorry. This is only the first of 2 things because I have to roll all the Blood Hunter stuff after.
Oh God. Forget about the blood hunter. Just give Josh a total.
I know. I'm waiting. I'm gonna go pee. You tell me the total when I get back.
97 for
Oh my God.
Blood Hunter stuff, and then an additional 14. So
Oh, that was actually quick. Okay.
I'm a professional D&D
What is
player,
that? What is that? 113?
Yep.
Josh.
No, 111.
Okay.
111. Yeah, 111 damage in one shot.
Yeah,
One
111.
shot.
Okay.
5 shots. I fucking love haste, by the way.
Are you doing anything else?
That is all my skills.
Okay.
I feel like burning an action
That's it.
surge on this thing is just not a good use of my cooldowns, but that's okay.
Short rest.
Sure. So as a bonus action, he is going to Shadow Step over here, leaving the bow constrictor here.
Fuck you.
Wait. What does Shadow Step actually do? Like, it's the things around him.
He gets to teleport. It doesn't say that
Yeah.
things that are around him get to teleport with him.
That would make sense.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
He evades the crap.
All right.
So, as a reaction, I'm going to
Oh.
velocity shift. Can I get a charisma saving throw?
I choose to fail.
No. The monster.
Oh.
This guy can just
Assisted.
teleport?
Yep,
yeah,
he's
he
got
can.
Shadow
Cool.
step.
Oh. Ba, ba, ba.
I see him begin to materialize, and I open up a wormhole underneath him. Oh fuck! And it does nothing.
Okay.
How much movement does this thing have? That's it?
Just someone pick me back
30
up when I go
feet.
down, it's fine.
Alright. He is going to lash out at you and attempt to grab you. Oh my fucking god.
I step back. I don't even step back. I just stand there. He just misses. It's fine. He's at a plus
then he's-
4 to grab. Like, you gotta crank this monster stats up, my dude. You wanna reroll that?
Apparently I do.
Yeah.
Alright, and then he's just going to go for a straight strike. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, that's his turn.
What the fuck? What is the CR1 monster you rolled out against us? Alright, I'm just like standing there, like he gives me one of these, like just like slaps against my shirt or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's okay. It feels good.
That brings us to Pritos.
Well, now I took 7 damage for no reason.
I know stuff.
I mean, but you also have 7 temp HP, so you're basically back up.
No, that's all good. Yeah, I mean, all I can really do is go and hit and then hope for the best.
I would love for you to be standing here to give me AC on the next round, so I'm on board.
I mean, he could just
Apparently you
teleport. He
don't
can.
need it.
Does a 16 hit? I didn't see any of the
Yes.
others. It does hit? Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
He
Natural
armor.
foam rubber or something. Like, I don't know.
Looks like it seems to be natural armor to me.
Not even natural armor. Natural skin, I think, is more definitive.
So that's 8 bludgeoning damage with my second attack. Assuming a 12 does not hit.
No.
But with that first attack, he is now marked. Yada yada. If he tries to attack anyone other than me while he's within 5 feet of me, he has disadvantage. Yeah. Do I have any cool bonus actions or anything? Not really. Alright, yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, and that brings us to F's.
Can I take care of all my ads first and then me?
Yes.
Okay, so I need to do
Sharp
this.
fucking
It's actually going to work. The snake is going to take his full movement to here and then get teleported 15 feet
Fuck yeah, grapple that motherfucker.
right there.
This is a killer combo, by the way.
And then attack. He's got to hit first. Please fucking hit.
Josh is
13.
like, there is
Is-
going to be 10 of every enemy you face from now on.
Was a 13 hit?
No.
Fuck.
Oh, come on,
Alright.
boost him. Someone boost him. I need that grapple.
I used my reaction already.
So
I tried to teleport him away from you. It didn't work.
I can increase the bad guy's AC.
let's just take a third level score, and that's 2d6. It really, you know what?
Every damage counts. You could be the killing blow here.
Using a spell slot. Right. So we'll take 4 scorching ray attacks at him.
Okay.
I yelled at my mushrooms before I do it.
Alright,
Probably.
you open the mushrooms, you open the bag, and they go,
All right, come on, babies.
they're now bloodthirsty.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
All right, so scorching ray number 1 plus 4, 19,
Hits.
16,
Hits.
18,
Hits.
Oh, crit fail.
Does not hit.
Okay, so now I got the orb, so that's +2. And then because I get to roll a D8 to all my damages, so 3 different damages. Give me 1 second.
Well, you tell me the result. I'm gonna go pee.
All right. 1. Did that actually roll damage? There we go.
No, it's just 66 plus 3d8.
Yep. But I'm just clicking each individual damage. Okay. So that was
30.
10. That's 30. All right, and then 3d8.
Turns out everyone is better doing damage than I am. Okay.
I did 113 damage.
Dude, the fucking 29 damage I did against those snakes is like as much as I had done cumulatively the entire campaign up to that point. So, you know.
But some of us are not damage dealers. Some of us are just
I am only a damage dealer. It's literally all. It's only when I'm
Environmental
confused, that's
fuckery.
very strong.
All right, what's the total?
Plus, I get +2 for every one of those two.
Are we
so
still terminating total? Holy
just,
shit!
I just hold on. 41 plus 6, 47.
47.
Nice.
All right. So
What I got.
as the orbs start, the scorching ray starts, firing, pew pew pew. The giant beast falls before you.
Nice.
That guy sucked.
We should take every path. What am I talking about? This is easy.
No, it was fucking easy.
I
Let's
examine the
Tiamat.
corpses.
Fuck her.
Let's not talk too much shit because I don't want to see what he comes up with.
I go examine the corpses.
Yeah,
So
what is this thing? That's what I.
we'll say with whatever roles you guys want to do, you learn that it's something called a mendicus. So you've heard rumors about it, either in your old world or from passerbys in this world. Is something that creates illusion, preys primarily on the weak to consume their flesh, and it tries to live based on that.
Oh, wow.
And you find overall this.
12 gold.
Nice. Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
leather.
Gold, yeah.
Several strips of leather. I'll take the leather.
We leave all of it. We take nothing. It's all pointless.
I mean, I
No,
take the
I-
vial. Vials are always
I'm a leather worker. I like that'll help.
Oh my God,
And
pointless. I knock it all out of your hands. I'm like, don't bother, fuck.
pick it back up and I tie him up with it so he can't ever shoot a gun again.
I release haste and suddenly
Oh, I just get really tired. Yeah, I
suddenly
fall down.
Barley is super tired.
I just lay down.
Yo, I saw a thing where you use haste on an enemy at the end of its turn, and at the beginning of its turn, you release haste so it can't move.
Yep.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yo.
No, haste is has to be a willing creature. Is the thing.
Can't you force it to make a DC?
No, not for haste. It's
I
only
don't think so.
I guess theoretically, if you were to try to convince the creature that you were going to work on its side,
you would have to work on some kind of like charisma, persuasion.
I mean,
deception
I
roll.
could see it working, right? At least, the first time you do it towards a DM, it'd be like, oh, that's cool, you're a fucking idiot, and then the DM gets fucked.
Yes.
Which,
That-
moral of the story is, haha, fuck you can't do it to me. But alright, so with the death of the Mendicus, I think that's where we'll call the session. We are like 15 minutes over anyway, but
Awesome.
so we will call it here. When we pick up, you guys will head towards the clearing, and you will go towards, you're going towards Edmund's Watch, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get to the clearing and we'll fly out.
I did not get to
Yes.
gravity sinkhole anybody. But
It's
alas.
okay. I'm sure that you will have plenty of opportunities in the future.
You attempted. You tried.
Yes, I use support skills. That seemed more useful at the time.
Alright.
But-
Hey, support's important.
And then, so tentatively, are we good
Oh.
for the 19th?
I think I have a problem. More I can play later, but I have to switch my. Nicole needed me to switch my early day that week with one of the other guys because she needs something on Wednesday. So I get out of work at 8. Or you're not? Or are you gone?
I'm still in Utah on the 19th.
Oh, there you go.
So
and our
Fair, I
flight
played
is
from-
the
I
on
played
the
from
is the
Mexico. You can't play from Utah. I don't
but our flight's also the morning of the 20th. So like,
all right.
how dead do I want to be?
Very dead.
If you
So
guys
then-
if you guys
But-
really want to play, I can make it work.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
You have a deficit. It's fine.
That's fine. We can do the 26th. I can't do the 12th, and I was gonna say the 19th might be a problem for me. I'm supposed to have a trial that starts on the 13th. I don't know if it'll be done. I am hoping it'll be done by the 16th, but if I'm still going the 19th, it would have been a bitch anyway. So the 26th is ideal.
I don't know if
So-
I can play on Rosh Hashanah. No, just kidding.
Wait, so this
My
26
calendar
is the
came up
last
with
time you
Rosh
play?
Hashanah. Yep.
Oh, that sucks. It's the 5th, guys.
I mean, do it.
You're sure you're saying
I mean, I definitely can't do the 12th because my trial starts on the 13th, so I'll be at work late on the 12th. 19th, if that's an issue, then fair
Yeah.
enough. I mean, I could make the 19th worth. Alternatively, people who are around could try to do a one shot. But my 19th is a 50-50.
All right, why don't
Like-
we just play the 19th by ear, and then we'll see.
Either way, on the 19th, I will be late. Like, I have
Yeah.
to close work at 8 o'clock and then drive from Hartford down to here and get set up and play. So it's.
Yeah.
I'm driving.
If more of the story is,
Yeah.
I'm going to say for the purposes of this campaign, the next campaign session will be, the 26th. If people want to do a one shot, the 19th, I will try to be around. I'm not going to be able to plan anything, so I will be a character for it. If people want to do that, but otherwise, yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, sounds good.
Oh.
Cool. All right, guys. See you.